Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing today? I hope y'all doing okay today. I'm gonna give some more people the opportunity to come into the room. Let's see who is in here already. Um, Natural Born Queen, Kimberly. I like that, Kimberly. Black Swan, Natural Born. Did I say Natural Born Queen already? And Letitia and Miss Deborah. And who else? I'm gonna give some more people the opportunity to come in. What is going on tonight? Is everybody doing okay, y'all? It rained earlier, and I was so happy that it rained earlier. I see Miss Denise, Miss Kawana. It's something about the rain. It helps me to relax. And I had not got out yet when it rained, so and then I slept kind of late. Um, Hello. And then I was able to get out and do some things that I wanted to do. Hey, Miss Tiny. Um, Miss Laura, Miss Sherry, did I say Miss Shirley? I know everybody be calling you Kimberly. I had to look at that. I said Kimberly. Okay. William, Miss Catalea, thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. Oh, a year older, Lord. Lord have mercy. Hey, Joy Loves God, natural born queen. Do I have listen, I got so many I got so many bottles of sweet bitch. And believe it or not, I still got some bottles that I was gonna send out to some people. I just need and when every time I go to the post office, I forget to just leave them at the post office. But I promise I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Um, but yes, I got my bottles of sweet bitch, of course. I'm not gonna drink because it's something about when I start drinking wine because all I really ever drink is wine. Now, when I had COVID, I did a hot toddy and I had gotten me some Jack Daniels, and I don't drink brown liquor or anything like that. I never had Jack Daniels before, and my ears started popping. I mean, it started burning in my chest and my ears started crackling. I was like, oh my God, what in the world is going on? Um, okay. Um, Lord have mercy. Let me see. Hey, Jeff. Did I see Jeff Lee? No, I'm a Leo. I'm a lioness. I roar. I am a Leo. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. We're gonna talk about MO3 tonight, you guys. Okay, Catalina, now try it. Okay, so y'all know that I've never really talked about Mo3. I haven't. So I'm gonna have Catalina up tonight, who is from the DFW area, with me. But I really want to talk about the Mo3 case. Now, I was doing some research on it today, and um, I had the opportunity to listen to Mo3 himself in a lot of interviews. Kind of listen to. Hey, Oliver, thank you. Um, they said did Trap Boy Freddy get picked up by the feds? I don't know. Let me see. I'm getting ready to see because I'm just learning about all these people really today. So of course I can't be accusatory. Let's see, Trap Boy Freddy. Yeah, they saying it's true. Well, I'll say allegedly because it's on somebody else's it's on somebody else's YouTube that's just a regular YouTuber. So I can't say that it's that it's true, but I'm looking at somebody else's. That's just a regular YouTuber. um, from somebody named Jonathan. He's saying that he was. We'll play that though, but I don't know if it's true because I don't see it. But of course I don't think that would be on the regular news or anything like that. Thank you, William. Thank you, William, for the cash app. I appreciate that. Um, let's see. Thank you, Monica J. I appreciate that so much. Hey, Miss Catalea.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me mute my stuff.
Yeah, long live MO3. I've been learning more about him. Um, hey, he was like I said. I liked just listening to some of his music. Now, I really liked his music.
Mm-hmm. How was your birthday?
Awesome.
I'm
A
glad you
day old,
enjoyed it.
a year older, and of course, we're gonna really celebrate this weekend. Me and my family. Um, yeah. You know what? Every year on my birthday, my mother and even when my hey
Hey,
Dima,
Dima.
even when my for my sister's birthday also, my mother does not go to sleep. Okay, she waits until 12 midnight. As soon as the clock strikes 12 midnight, my mom calls.
Oh,
Yep, she don't go to sleep. She like to stay up until midnight to be the first one to wish us a happy birthday.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's funny because she'll start calling at like she'll say, let the phone if it's 11:59, just kind of, let the phone ring. She'll be watching the seconds and then answer it when it's 12. So I can be
Mm-hmm.
the first one to wish you a happy birthday. I said,
Oh,
okay. uh thank you, Tell Me No Lies. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody that's been giving me love and showing me love and wishing me a happy birthday. I really appreciate that, child. I appreciate that so much. I get to think, oh my God, oh, I'm getting older. I'm telling you, and I guess I can tell because now I went and hired me a personal trainer, and I tell you what I when I tried to, it used to be nothing for me to bend over and touch my toes. But I had gotten out of shape too though. It's getting better. When I bent over the other day and my legs started popping, I said, "Oh my God." Let's see. Sean McCray says, "Did he get picked up by the feds? My folks, he did get picked up by the feds. My
yes,
folks verified it.
yes, he did
They
get picked
live
up.
out there.
Yeah, he did get picked up.
He did. So, is it on the? Because I saw somebody's YouTube. Now,
No, this is I'm not saying it from YouTube. It's just from yeah, he was picked up.
okay, okay. Well, we're gonna talk about that then. Trap Boy Freddy. Now, was he affiliated with? Well, we'll talk about that. He was one of. Was he allegedly Mo3's op?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go on and get started. Um, okay, guys. Today we're gonna talk about tonight we're talking about Mo3, and I've definitely, I'm not saying I'm gonna investigate the case or anything like that, child, because I see in the Mo3's case, it seems to
Mm-hmm.
like I'm seeing like the stuff that's going on similarly in the Douse case
Mhm.
had gone on in the Mo3's case. I didn't know that they had made his poor case, the young man's case, into a circus. You know?
Mhm.
So I didn't know like a lot of the things that had gone on with that. So I'm assuming that this situation is a sensitive topic
Mhm.
for a lot of people. And normally when you start seeing people clown with cases and things of that nature, um, when they start trolling and stuff like that, normally it's something that they don't really, it's something that they are afraid that's going to come out.
Mhm.
So that would lead me to believe with so many troll, if there's still trolls as it relates to the Mo3's case, as it is with the Dobbs case, that just usually means that there's more things that have been hidden and people are afraid that it's going to come out because people normally give themselves away,
Right.
you know.
Right. And that's why I did say when we started talking earlier, be prepared for the trolls tonight. Even in the chat, they're gonna come because this is a trolley situation. It's a sensitive. It's almost a pick, like you say, the same thing in the dog case. It's almost a pick your side kind of thing. You either ride or you don't. It's one of those things that's still, still touchy to this day. And we like you said, we're just having a discussion. We're not trying to solve it. It's just an open discussion because people get real uptight and just thinking they're trying to figure it out, but it is what it is, and that's all it is. That's how I look at it in my eyes.
Hmm. Okay. Well, okay, so Mo3, who was 28 years old, he was killed. He was assassinated because it seemed like to me it was an assassination.
Hmm.
Also, he was assassinated on November the 11th of 2020, and he was 28 years old. And I'm not claiming to investigate this case or anything because I just started reading up on some stuff, okay? Um and so we're just going to talk about every aspect of it. You know what I mean? It does it, because there are rumors, it doesn't hurt to say, well, there were rumors of some things. There's nothing, but I wanted to show this. Of course, we know that he was assassinated on the expressway, and I have to say, when I first heard about Mo3, and then I decided one day because I would hear people say Mo3, Mo3, and I was like, who is that? Because I've seen quite a few vloggers to talk about him. I know that Auntie Fee loves him. You
Hmm.
know, so I was like, well, I decided one day to just go and pull up his stuff. And I was like, my God, he could rap and sing. I mean,
Hmm.
he was like the best kept secret.
Right.
I'm almost sure that he would have definitely been national. He because he was headed that way anyways, really. He would have
Hmm.
been known by more people. I'm surprised that he wasn't with all that talent that he had. He definitely should have been, right?
Right.
So it seems like to me, like the young men that are like Mo3, that's multi-talented for some reason. Now it's so many emotional people. They see that greatness on them and how gifted they are. They want to shoot them down in the midst of all of that so that they cannot achieve star status like it's gonna help them,
Hmm.
right? And it's not.
Right.
So what I did was I found a video, and I want to say that of course, rest in peace to Mo3. And okay, Vakisha said she thinks he was going to sign with CMG. And I hope this is not being disrespectful, and I definitely would never want to be disrespectful to he or his family. But I found a video, and I've seen other people show this video. And of course, again, I want to say it because it's all over the internet. Rest in peace to him, and much respect to his family and condolences to his family. And I hear he has children and things of the nature. So let me see. I came up on this, and this is on the Dallas Expressway, and it's just a little bit, about 15 seconds of a video. And the people that's going by didn't know what they was looking at, or didn't know who it was.
Damn. Somebody close there, bro. You got VDs in it?
That definitely looks like him, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like him. So that was just a passerby that had gotten video, that was just taking video on the expressway, and of course they was giving him CPR and things of that nature. When I saw that, I was like, that's just so sad on so many levels. A young man that had a promising future because he was multi-talented. That never should have happened. He should not have been laid out on that expressway like that. And of course, there, thank you, rest in peace, young doc. There have been so many rumors and things of that nature, about so many things surrounding his death. Of course, what I do know, I don't know about all of that, but what I do know is that there were two people, thus far, charged in his murder, right? There was a Devin Brown and a K1 White. They've been charged in his murder. You hear a lot of people, Catalea, say that there are more people as a matter of fact, I've heard people say that those two young men didn't do it, and that other people need to be charged or should be charged. Why do you think they say that, Catalea?
Just because there was so many players, allegedly, it was so many players that day on the freeway and in different places, just in case someone missed, uh, and taking him out, or just getting to him. So I think that's why, it was why I believe it's so many names that come up, because so many people took part in it at different times while in pursuit of him, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of had him, um like I said, you have to kind of know the layout of the area he was in, and he was kind of going through what they call op territory, for what, but it's the freeway. But it was just so many people involved, and playing a role in blocking him in. So that's why I feel like it said that, it could have been this person, or it might have been this person, because it was a lot of people. It wasn't just those two shooters. It was more than that.
Sean says he was killed after causing Errol Spence to flip his Lambo.
That was part. See, it's so many things that led up to it, and to the alleged bag that came up, that was alleged, that he did cause Errol Spence to wreck out, and I think he had to forfeit his fight because his eye. So that, that's money right there. He had two friends that were killed. It's just so many things that just kind of led up to his death. And even when Jay Prince Jr. said the other night, when they tried to squash it, so much blood was on the ground that neither party was willing to come to an agreement, because too much blood had been spilled. Now, whether he said that by mistake or he misspoke, I believe it was the truth. Um, because it was just too far gone at that point to be civilized, because there was so much blood that had been spilled.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just like me myself. I learned of him from while working with a client, and I love music, but I was initially drawn to him automatically, because he really had a nice flow. But my sister was like, oh, you've been like, people been, but I'm older than my sister, but she was like, people been listening to him, he jams. But it's some people in, here that, you're on Trap Boy Freddy side, you don't listen to, Mo3. It's weird, and I really hate that, because it really just gets people tied up. But that's another part of the story. But yes, he did allegedly have a part, in making Errol Spence wreck out. Now, how
Rest in
true that
peace.
is?
Rest in peace, young dog says T. I want to say he wasn't signing with Gotti. Gotti tried to sign his op Yellow.
I think. See, I thought about that before. I think they were leading him on. That was part of the play. I agree with Young Dog. He did. I think they were kind kind of like how they say they're gonna do with the Glorilla girl or Miss Gloria. They were gonna get him to set him up. That was my take, because I didn't see them courting him, if that makes sense. I didn't see them sign why sign, because he was independent and making money on his own. And it didn't make sense, but he said he was signing with them, so maybe they did reach out to him. Was it in good faith? I don't know, because he was taken out before he could actually sign, but they never said like any condolences to him, not that I know of, or that we, he was about to become part of our roster. Blah blah blah. They didn't say any of that from their camp as far as PR wise. So that led me to believe that maybe was not so true that he was going to sign with them. So I can agree with rest in peace, John Duff, on that,
Mm-hmm.
because they never acknowledged him. Even the fact that they could have said we didn't even get a chance to work with him. We had bye bye, nothing. It was just like a regular day. So I can believe that they may not have been sincere in the talks of signing him. It may have just been leading him on.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
I agree, Sean McCray. He was very much pressure. he was he was yeah.
Dallas rapper was murdered outside of his car on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. It is a stark example of the city's struggle to control violent crime. Police say the victim, a hip-hop musician named MO3, was approached by the killer on I-35. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times on the highway. A bystander inside another vehicle was also hit. Police say that person did not suffer life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for the shooter.
That was short.
Right, because it really didn't per se happen like that. But yeah, they just reported it.
It didn't happen like that.
Well, I guess you have to look at it like this, because it was like 12 o'clock, high noon, but you have to realize it was kind of going on live feed in real time versus on the news. Just like the news reported it, but people were already live time recording it, if that makes sense.
Okay, let me see. Photos of me. Okay.
So
Hope
it
you
was.
might be able to recognize the man who shot and killed rapper Mo3. I want you to come over to your screen and look at this. They released these photos.
I'm gonna tell you something. That looks like it could be Keyone White to
Yes.
me.
He did. I think he jumped out. Now I think he jumped out. Now did he take the fatal shot? I don't know.
Because it looks
The
like
images are pretty clear, but as you see, the suspect is wearing a ski mask, so identifying him is going to be pretty tough. Detectives think he may be driving a 2014 or 2015 black Chevy Camaro. It was 10 days ago that the 28-year-old rapper was gunned down in broad daylight on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo. The suspect took off in the car going north on the interstate. So police are currently investigating the events that led up to that shooting. Please, though, call them if you have any information. Back to you.
okay, yeah, because I've heard people say, and the reason why I'm gonna tell y'all something. I study pictures. I promise you, I do. When I looked at that, and I looked at that young man, and I went and found some pictures of him. I picked one on Facebook, and I was looking at that frame. It's him. It,
Yeah.
it looks like it could be him to me. And people say, well, no, I don't think so. I do. He definitely fits the description.
Yes.
You know.
He does fit the description, and I think, and this is just my own opinion. This is not. I think they got people with similar body builds, or people who could run, because Mo3 was very agile. He could run. He was small, and he could move real quick.
You could
So
probably sprint. Yeah.
yeah, so I think they got different people with different body builds, if that makes sense, to do it, because they knew one or two things. Either he was gonna outrun them, or he was gonna straight up outshoot them. They had to unman him in one way or the other. That's why I think the gun was removed from the stash box, or he didn't have time to get to it. They said there was a gun. Some people say there was no gun. I think it wasn't a gun, but that's one of those who shot JR things. But I know they know that they had to do something, because he would have he had the advantage over them in certain ways, and especially with a gun. That's just he was really a hitter for
Yeah,
real.
but we're gonna talk about that too, because I've even been I was definitely confused in the beginning about some stuff. Erica says, well, my question is this: why was Trap Boy adrenaline so high on that day? That's all I want to know. What could make his adrenaline be so high?
The fact that he was dead or about to be killed, he got a rush of seeing it. That's my personal opinion. That's nothing. That's my personal opinion. He was so excited at the fact that he was going down that day, or had went down, or was down
Who,
at
Trap
that point.
Boy?
Yes.
Was he? So was he shot?
Who, Trap Boy?
Yeah.
He was allegedly shot by Mo3 in the past. Because that's why I say you need to go back and maybe listen to the song "I Am the Truth," where he kind of lays it all out on the line. I think this is where he realizes that, I may not have, I'm not going to be here much longer, but he goes. And on that song, he tells you everything, from everything he did to what they did. They got them to this point. And yeah, he he lets them know that I'm the one who got at you.
Okay. It is. You know. Let me see. Let's see. I want to play. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too.
Okay, here it is.
On the shooting of Dallas rapper Mo3. According to the Dallas News, authorities say they have a gunman in custody this morning. The shooter has been identified as a 22-year-old Kewan White of Dallas. Now, he's being charged with murder this morning. Melvin Noble, a rapper who went by the name of Mo3, was shot and killed during an attack in broad daylight on a Dallas freeway. White allegedly got out of his car, gun in hand, and walked up to Noble's car, who then quickly left and started running. That's when the gunman chased him and began shooting, hitting Noble and a bystander who was sitting in his car.
Oh wow. So here's the thing that in the beginning, because I've had people to try and explain to me, Mo3, because you would think that's the strangest place, what? Because I've been on the Dallas freeway and I see like how people drive on that freeway. Like it is on that expressway. It's very, people driving very fast. Okay, well at least when I was there. Um,
Yeah, it's
I wanted to know why is it? Because I always wondered, if he was on the expressway driving, why is it that unless y'all have backed up traffic a lot, it just wasn't the times that I was there. Why is it that he got out of his car? What made him get out of his car and run instead of, stay in his car?
they blew the tire out.
Okay.
They blew his tire out, so he didn't have any choice because he was realizing what was going on at that time. So they just blew the tire out.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't have a choice, but I guess that was human nature to get out and run once the tire was blown out.
So with all of those people on the expressway, they got out and could have gotten hit to chase him.
Well, you're not worrying about getting hit if you the reason why the traffic's tied up. It wasn't just regular everyday people, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Think of like Smokey and the Bandit. You know how the people help Smokey uh tie the traffic up so the Smokey could get away. The truckers would tie up traffic. I know that's an old movie, but that's the best I could like give.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like your typical traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were part of the jam up.
Okay. So the truckers was part of the jam up.
The truckers or cars, whoever, they were just part of the jam, just jamming him up.
Okay. So a lot of people, because there's always been speculation on um why, how they knew he was going to be on the expressway. Evidently, if it was that planned, if it was that perfectly planned out, evidently he had to have been followed,
Yeah.
possibly from where he left. And there was rumors that he was followed from a young lady's home, and maybe her boyfriend, got mad at her, got was mad that he had spent the night. But if it was planned out like that, that was not planned out overnight. I
No.
don't think that a jealous boyfriend could plan something out that fast, that
Mm-mm.
perfectly.
Right.
Normally when it's emotions and stuff all over the place. Thank you, Lady Ray. People kind of do stuff, just instantly, and it's always kind of
Right.
crazy and
Right.
sloppy.
Right. It wasn't a crime of opportunity. It was a planned hit. If that makes sense. It wasn't like they just ran up on each other and like boom, 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 we got into it. It was planned.
Jay Rich said that that host set him up.
She was one of the baits. She was,
Now
you know,
somebody said that his gun was taken out of his car.
yeah, yes, but
So
yeah,
did somebody take his gun out of his car that night?
allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. All right. What I want to do is, because I had found the warrant arrest and paperwork of, who is this? Of one of his killers, of Devin Brown. And I'm just going to read a little bit of it. Um, let's see. It says, through the course of the investigation, homicide detectives determined that suspect Devin Maurice Brown, a 28-year-old black male, participated in the offense. Brown has been charged with murder, of course, and he says, shoot, I wish I could click on that to make it bigger. They said on Wednesday, November 11th, at approximately 11:56 a.m., suspect Devin Maurice Brown, a black male, committed the offense of murder, a first-degree felony, Texas Penal Code, 1902, at against complainant Melvin Noble. That would be MO3. But I kind of want to move on down to what else they had written in this. The facts of this case are as follows. On Wednesday, November 11th, at approximately blah, blah, blah. Um, Let me move down because I think I've read that. They said Dallas County, numerous witnesses who were forced to stop in traffic on the freeway observed a suspect with his face covered chase and shoot complainant Noble with a rifle. After the shooting, suspect White fled in a black Chevy Camaro northbound from the offense location. Suspect White fired multiple rounds and multiple citizens' vehicles were struck, along with the witness Graham, who was actually injured by a bullet fragment while sealed in the vehicle. Complainant Noble was transported to Methodist Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Detective Anderson, along with other detectives, responded to the crime scene and interviewed several witnesses. Crime scene respondent processed the scene, and I'm gonna move on down. Okay, so it says a witness was interviewed and stated that suspect Devin Brown was upset over a relationship that involved complainant, which would be Mo3, and the witness. Okay, the witness informed detectives that suspect Brown Jr., also known as they scratched it out. Devin Brown, also known as, I don't know why they scratched it out, contacted a juvenile witness by phone multiple times prior to the murder. The witness learned that during the phone call, suspect Devin Brown asked the juvenile witness if Noble, that's Mo3, was at the location. The witness provided the phone number that suspect Devin Brown used to contact them. So was this the young lady, supposedly the young lady's daughter
Her
or
son,
child?
yes, her child.
So they're trying to say that he got mad all of a sudden overnight, and they playing something like that.
That's what they saying. But no, I think this is my thing when it comes to when the kid gets involved. I think because it was a picture put up on social media and taken down real quick. I think that was like to let them know that he was there, because a child doesn't know how to go and upload and take down a picture that bad. A kid wouldn't take well, some kids take perfect pictures, but not a picture like that. But it was a picture of him in Mo3's jury, and that's why he was saying that he was mad, because the son had on his necklaces, but the picture was put up and taken down immediately. But to me, that was just to let them know that he was there.
So you think the girl set
Yeah,
him up?
or someone within the house, because it was several women, more than one woman there.
Oh,
She had sisters, so we can't. I'm not gonna say per se she made the call, but somebody in the house made the call.
okay.
If that makes sense.
Did they ever establish that these young ladies may have had connections to other rappers?
They did. They did. They established it, but this is where it get kind of sticky in the political scene of Dallas and the law. Churches, law, law enforcement, families. It get real sticky, and that's why, yeah, some people just were comfortable doing it or thinking they could get away with things.
It says on November 13th, 2020, Detective Barnes was provided evidence of call logs that show suspect Brown's phone number the day prior and morning of the offense. Research was conducted on that phone number, which showed it to belong to suspect Devin Brown. On November 19th, Devin Brown was arrested for a federal arrest warrant at, and it took out the address. Suspect was transported to Dallas Police Headquarters and interviewed by Detective Anderson. Suspect Brown confirmed that he had recently learned that complainant Mo3, Noble, which is Mo3, and a known witness was dating. Suspect Brown stated that on the day of the offense, he called the juvenile witness in the morning but denied any involvement in the offense. Suspect Brown admitted that he was upset over a recent Facebook video that involved complainants. So I guess you talk that's what you're talking about as far as the necklace. The child had a Mo3's necklace around his neck that was uploaded on Facebook.
I think it was on Snapchat. I don't think it was Facebook. It was Snapchat, if I believe correctly. It was or Snapchat or Instagram, but whatever it was uploaded and taken down immediately.
It says on November 20th, detectives received an anonymous call that the picture released by Dallas police on the news was that of a person with the social media account of, they took out the name, but it was suspect White. So I guess that's Keywan,
Mm-hmm.
uh, K1 White. Um, of course, detectives believe that he had resembled the picture. On November 25th of 2020, Detective Anderson received an anonymous call that White was the person that committed the offense. Okay, but before they received a call saying that he resembled the person, and then on November 25th, they received an anonymous call saying that it was him. This information was obtained after the Dallas police had released still images of the offense to the public. This witness had inside knowledge on suspect Devin Brown, who made phone calls and knowledge that surveillance was conducted of complainant Noble the night prior to the offense. So they had been out there all night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
The witness stated that suspect White was just released on a recent arrest from jail in Mount Pleasant, Texas. The witness stated that she heard suspect White admit that he shot Mo3 while talking to her boyfriend. The witness stated that her boyfriend recognized suspect White when he saw the images released on the news. On Thursday, November 26th, Mount Pleasant police confirmed that suspect White was arrested on November 23rd for unrelated charges. Okay, the detective obtained cellular phone location data records for suspect White that showed to be in the vicinity of the witness Jackson's apartment the night before and morning of the offense where the deceased complainant stayed.
Hmm. I
Okay.
think that they were going to take her out too, but because she didn't allow the kids to come out, they had to change the plans up. The girlfriend. That's
Mm-hmm.
my 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 opinion. I think that they were going to take both out, but because she didn't allow the kids to come out, it changed it up, and they had to let him come out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that's lets me know that she knew something was going on, which he probably knew something was going on because she made the kids stay in. So
Wow.
she was on the both they were both gonna get got.
So was it ever established, because you've heard people talk about Yellow Beezy and all of them because he was supposedly, he was beefing with them. And I was looking at an interview that, because Vlad is a mess starter.
Hmm.
I was looking at all of that, and Yellow Beezy, you could tell that he had some disdain for Mo3, but was it ever established that they had anything to do with that? I mean, not anything to do with that, but did they have a connection to those young men that took him out?
Hmm. Well, I think on the Black interview, Yellow Beezy to me was he did what his publicist or whoever them told him to do when he said, I don't know that guy, knowing
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he knew him, because Mo3 will tell you, I'm the one who did this to you, because he had got so frustrated. That's why I say you have to kind of go back and listen to some of his music, because he's honest about you know what's going on. Like, he quit being the subliminal, and he just came out and just said it, this is what it is. I'm the one who did this because y'all did this. So, but yeah, they are aware. They just he played that interview to his advantage.
She said allegedly it was a vlogger filming her, because now, what's up, Code Figures? Shout out to Code Figure, y'all. Make sure y'all go pick up his book, The Game. Code Figure, what's the name of your book? Because I'm gonna order his book, y'all. He wrote a book. Of course, like, I like to support everybody because he's been very, supportive over here. Is it the
Hmm.
game? It's The Game Hunter, The Big Game Hunter. That's the name of his book. And make sure y'all go, and thank you, Miss Lynette, for the birthday wishes. Make sure y'all go and order his book.
Oh well.
Now, what I was going to say to you, Catalea, was, did they ever say who it was that was filming? Because they said that somebody, that was a surveillance. I mean, a surveillance could just mean that they was just sitting out there, right? They
Hmm.
watched the house the whole night.
Right.
But my thing is, it seems to me, and I don't know everything. Why did they wait until he got on the expressway? It seems like to me they could have got a better, if they was gonna do that, why didn't they do it when he was coming out of her house? Why did they wait until he got on the expressway?
I think that I this is me, my opinion. This is so do not come for me. This is my opinion. I think that because the kids were in the house, or it was too many people on scene, and because he probably moved a little bit swifter than what they thought he was going to move, meaning getting on the car, getting on the freeway, doing things, they had to kind of redo some things. So getting him in the bend of the freeway was easiest versus coming out the bend, or seeing that, hey, he's speeding around cars so he can drive, how he drove. That's why they blew the tires out. They had to kind of revamp some things, but I think the kids staying in the house threw the play off.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, they used the kids, not used them in a like no, they used them kind of shields. They knew that they not gonna hurt the kids, and so you might as well just go ahead and just get him somewhere else, because I think he was moving faster than what they realized, because he was on to what was going on.
Oh, so you think he was on when he walked out that house? He was on to what was going on.
I think so. That's me personally. I think he was once he started, because I think he maybe heard a gunshot or two because he called his manager. And I think he started realizing, like, wait a minute, this, somebody shooting at me. Like, what's going on?
Oh wow. Hold on. Let me play. Let me see. Yeah, it's big game hunting. Colt Figures book, Big Game Hunting.
Yeah, they trapped him on the highway.
Hold on. Let me see.
Off the top tonight, Dallas Police Department announcing within the last hour a $5,000 reward for anyone who might be able to help them solve the murder of a Dallas rapper. I'm Doug Dunbar. We're streaming live as we always do on CBSN DFW. Tonight, only on CBS 11, we spoke with the manager of Melvin Noble. He is known professionally as MO3. He told us about the rapper's rough start and how he overcame the odds to help others.
I watched him rise as a star from a regular kid with basically homeless when I met him to a person with power and enough revenue to support his family and everybody around him.
Dallas police are telling us that MO3 was shot on I-35, R.L. Thornton Freeway, right near the Dallas Zoo, and it happened just before noon today. This was the scene. Police say that he ran from the car, but the gunman chased him and then fired multiple shots, hitting him. Also, a second man who was sitting inside his car at the time was hit. MO3's manager says that he was a father of three and he should be celebrated. He believes that's the way he would have wanted it.
Oh, I took him out too quick. Well, that's sad. Now, why? Because I was always trying to understand why people thought that his manager. Because I've heard people claim that his manager was involved.
When you breaking up, everybody mad. Everybody got a broken heart. He was, when it's kind of like if you leave your man leave you, you're heartbroken. That's your money. That's your money maker, and that's not.
So he was on. So he was breaking up with his. He was firing his manager.
He was just. I'm not gonna say firing, but he was just pursuing new avenues. Since he's not, yeah. But your money maker is gone, or it's about to be gone. At least in 7 days, it won't be official anymore.
Did Rainwater ever say that they were about to break up? I don't know. I don't know if he's ever admitted that.
Well, I don't think he's ever really admitted it because he was like, we didn't have proper. They operated off the gentleman agreement. There was no per se paperwork, which I'm pretty sure there was some form somewhere. But he was about to get what he thought was new management. Now, whether that's true or not, that's what he thought he was getting was new management. Some people say yay, some people say no. I think he thought he was being led to believe that he was about to have a new endeavor.
Lady Ray says because Rain was working him too hard and putting him in situations where he was working with his ops, and now he cool with the ops.
True. Yes. It was like a play. Everybody just kind of in on it. Play nice to get this money. Because you kind of, excuse me, you know what's going on. Everybody just play nice till we get this money. Because everybody know what's up. And that's why I always go back to Auntie Fee's video when she did with Sean G when they said he came to town. Jay Prince and them came in town to let them know, like, hey, y'all bad for business right now. Not saying it wasn't per se one person was. It was the situation was bad for business. Because remember, this is Jerry's world. This ain't just y'all world. This is, this Jerry's world. And people got to be able to come in town and get what they need and not be getting caught up in some other stuff.
Hey, Player Cole. Hey, Lady Ray. Hey, Kimberly Wilson. Akeem says alleged Mo3 and Rain fell out when they was in California.
Because they said he did something to him and he didn't feel protected. He kind of rolled him around, paraded him around, and he didn't like it. It was more to it, but you'll never fully know because Mo's not here, and it's only one person to tell the story. But there was a fallout. But what it was truly about, yeah, I do agree about the movie. I think the movie was just made to take him out. It was written to help keep track on him, keep a tracker on him, or keep track of what he was doing.
Stop Six says, negative Mo3 was getting new management, but Rain was still in play.
Right.
I guess he was saying he got it from the mud. I guess they got it from the
From the
mud
mud.
together,
Yeah.
was poor and got rich together.
Right.
Now there have been, I've heard people say that Mo3's mom has made sure Rain has been taken care of.
Right. And I'm not saying he was not getting a new man. I'm just saying Rain said he wasn't. Rain said that, so that's why I'm saying we just saying going to legislate. But 3 said he was getting new management. He made that clear more than once. But Rain said no, that's not true. So that's why I just said it depends on who you talk to. But I agree, he was getting a new start. So he thought the
Okay,
movie
later.
was a setup.
Yeah, Lady Ray says the movie had a lot to do with it, Miss T. He was there because of the movie. The way he was taken out was like a scene or something. Then, although the people involved in the movie was making weird poses. Now, let me just say this: I have heard people say that Mo3 was shooting the movie, and he possibly thought that it was a scene or something.
Mm-hmm. That too. Because he was made to come back or asked to come back because he needed to redo a scene in the movie. And I think he thought that was the scene, or he was maybe led to believe that was that scene.
Well, then, if he was led to believe that, only somebody that he trusts could have made arrangements like that. You know what I mean? The people that you work with could only make you think you're going to a scene of a movie,
Well, you
not
just
just
answered the
any old
question.
body.
Mm-hmm. Well, you just answered your question. Only your inside people could get you. Somebody had to get him back because he made him feel bad. He was trying to say, you'll be sued. You're going to get, sued for this if you don't come back, if you don't do this, if you don't do that. And, he got him back in town where he needed, time was of the essence, I I feel.
Well, now, with all due respect, though, now listen, now, if it was, if he thought he was doing the scene of a movie, I mean, that would have had to be cameras and stuff out there. Like when you're doing a movie, that would have had to have been some people that he recognized. You know.
Well, I'll say what the people who did the movie was like murder mystery people. So they said they were filming, but they were filming from places he didn't realize they were filming from, trying to get the best reaction. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure, or because some people say he was on the way to the movie scene. Some people say that was part of the scene. So that's why I say it gets so tangled up, depending on who you're talking to. And I'm not saying I'm the expert. We're just having a discussion. But I do agree that, I think that time was of the essence. That's why they was rushing him to do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Young Dog says people be making so much stuff up instead of keeping the main thing the main thing. Why would Rainwater still be looking out for Mo3 fam if he was involved? And let's not forget Mo3 was out here for
Yeah,
real.
Mo3 was really out there. He was out there. And I think that they neatly wrapped it up, you know, with his, family. I mean, that's the best thing. I mean, a true person would do that. Look out for his fam. I didn't say he was just cutthroat catty, but I mean, it just
Let's talk about when he was in, was it in Fort Worth, and they said he had to shoot his way out. They said
mhm,
allegedly he shot two people. I know there was rumors that he had actually killed them, but they said that there was no proof of that. But
right.
two people were shot, but there was no proof that they was actually killed. That at V Live, was that in Fort Worth?
I'm not sure the club's name, but it was a club. He was there doing a set, and they tried to. after I guess it said they tried to box him in, or like confront him, and when he realized that he shot his way out of the venue, and one person was killed. I think another one was hit, but I know one was killed.
So who were those people that was involved? Who were they were affiliated with?
Trap and Yellow and them, they were all, yeah, go Yayo. It's different people. They were all there. Trap was there. Yellow was there. I think Yellow was there. Elsman. It's a video that's around that kind of tells you where it's all started, but that's from that person's point of view. Um, but yeah, he had to shoot his way out. But a lot of people in Fort Worth weren't mad from that. They had, if you get trapped in, you got to do what you got to do. You just,
Mhm.
he did what he had to do. It wasn't like he went there to shoot someone. I don't think. He just, when you in the jam, you just shoot your way out. And that's what he was known for, to be a shooter.
Mhm. So now let's talk about Trap Boy Freddy. Now, a Trap Boy Freddy is a rapper. Of course, we know Yellow Beezy and So Gayo. Oh, I don't know where I get. Is it So Gayo?
Yeah,
Where I
yeah.
get that from? I don't know. Is it So Gayo or whatever his name? I hope I'm not saying his name wrong.
It's
Is it
just yeah, yeah. Just like yeah, yeah.
Yayo? Okay, so Yayo, um, they're all rappers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so and I know I'm questioning Catalina just like she the expert on it, but I know she's from around that area. What did that beef? Where do you think that beef started from with them?
I just think that he was a good rapper. I don't think it was one. Some people say it was a shootout. Some people, I just think it was just a natural hatred because he was a gift. He was cocky. He really did step. You talk to somebody, to each individual, they'll probably had tell you a different story, a different reason why. It was this, it was that. He didn't want to play team ball. He didn't want to, he didn't want to this. He didn't want to deal. So it just all depends on who you're getting your story from. They just made him feel after the shooting like a black sheep, but he was like, I didn't go there to kill nobody. I just did what I had to do.
Kim
So
said allegedly the girl he was seeing kept blowing up Mo3's phone to come back to Dallas.
um,
It says
yeah,
it was rainwater rushing him to get there. He was in town because of it. That's why everyone thought the manager has dealings. Then he was supposed to be doing a shooting scene. Then he went out like it that's mm, a movie scene. I never heard that story. I guess that story.
hmm that's where the beef started. Yeah,
Okay. They said
and then
Mo
he,
3. They said Sean says rainwater was the key.
yeah, because he didn't really deal with many people, so you have to think about how do you get in touch with them. How do if it's not like he just had like a whole team. He just had a circle, certain circle, from my understanding. But it was just a lot that went on in between there. Like they saying, like Roy Lee was killed, Bubba died. It was just so many things that was happening in between.
Now, who was Roy Lee? Were those people affiliated with him or his ops?
Those were his friends.
Okay, so who was a part of them dying? Who allegedly? Who are they saying was affiliated with that?
Yellow on one, and just their ops period. We'll put it that way, just the ops period. And so we know who the ops are now. The ops are either Trap or Yellow.
They said he should have stayed out of Oak Cliff. Now, where is Oak Cliff at? Is that in Dallas?
Yeah, that's why I was saying he was. But you got to go on the freeway. He was in. They were saying he was in op territory. So I don't. To me, that's a person has to get to where they're going. But I don't. I'm not going. I'm not here to argue about whether he should have stayed out of Oak Cliff because I think maybe he had to go through Oak Cliff to get to where he was going.
Yeah, they say he was on the way there, but was taken out, and it was recorded by everyone, and everyone was there. So they claim that Mo3 was made content. Oh wow, he should have. He should have taken them seriously.
Right. The Roy Lee thing was really they could have just beat him up. That's kind of where that guns down, hands up thing started because he just wanted to. He was just a comedian. He was like, we just could have fought. You know. You didn't have to do this or do that. So that's why I say once you start talking to so many, everyone has a different. Not saying that their version is not true. It just depends on how you interacted or came into the situation or what parts you played. Everyone have a different outlook on it, and that's not to say that their outlook is wrong or right. That's just the view that they're looking from, just like the view that I'm looking from or have looked from.
Hmm. Oh Lord,
So that's why.
it's go Yayo in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
Bawana, is that Bwana Foundation? Let me just say this: we in here discussing, y'all. We're in here discussing the Mo3 case. So when you come in here saying "free go Yayo," you ain't making nobody mad. Because I know a lot of times people come in here and they start trolling and they think that they can come, they'll come in here and start trolling the chat. We're gonna say this, we're gonna say that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pray for you and we're gonna start, we're gonna put God on you. Don't have a damn stroke and croak out being in here because see, you creating a lot of bad karma for yourself. So what we do is we put God on you. Okay. And when God gets you, your fingers, when you have that stroke, your fingers cramp up and you can't type. Okay, so go on somewhere. Just go on. Leave us alone. We ain't bothering nobody tonight. Kiss my ass and go on. Stop. Just go on. Leave me alone. I'm not in the mood. Let's see. Lady Ray says Trap also has some deep ties in Dallas system police, and all I think his dad or someone was close was working for the cops. Now I've heard that. Now who did they
Mm-hmm.
say dad is like the police commissioner or something?
City council commissioner. He works so like kind of like how you different depending on your the area you're in. He's a city commissioner.
Oh,
Not like, but he works in contact with the police for but it's just part of being like on the city council. But he's a high ranking city official.
okay, Bubba says Dallas hated Mo3 because of his talent. But you would
Hmm.
think that the city of Dallas, especially with him coming up out of Dallas, they would have been proud of him. Now
Right,
I
but
was listening to something today. I thought they said I'm almost sure that they said that he had signed to Lil Boosie some kind of way. I don't know if it was a record deal or a management
I
deal.
think it was like a record deal, not maybe like so many out. I can't really figure it out what the tie was. I'm not gonna. I think it maybe was so many songs together.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he was kind of independent. Seemed like to me, he wasn't really tied to anyone.
Okay, they say Yella is not from Dallas. Where is he from?
Well, they always say that Yellow may be from that. That's where it goes to those little. If you from Irving or Plano or Frisco or, just like they say, no, he was not on the radio in Dallas.
What you mean by that, Bawana Foundation? He said Jay Prince said it. Keep campaigning, you're gonna get elected. Tit for tat. What you mean? He said Mo3 thought. Are you trolling Mo3? Listen, I'm not gonna let you be in here and troll Mo3. Okay, that's gonna get you blocked. I don't have heartless witches up in my chat. Okay. So I know you want to be seen and you wanted my attention. I'm giving it to you, but I'm telling you now you're gonna get blocked. You can't come in here and troll Don't come in here and troll the dead. Even though I didn't know Mo3, I wasn't from Dallas. I have respect for people. Okay. And whether you street or not, have some respect, because I know a lot of street people that's real decent. Okay, don't do that. And so that was your warning. Okay, I am trying to be nice to you because I'm laid back and mellow today. Um, it's a one a troll. That dude be on all things talking about three.
That's why I said this conversation was gonna pull out the trolls. I took a big shower before we started because this is a conversation that pulled out the trolls for real.
Stop six. When I was listening to something today. They said that Mo3 was signed to a management deal or a label, boost his label.
I think it was like for so many songs, not so much that he was like on the label, but they agreed to do so many songs together. If I if that makes sense, it wasn't a deal, but it was like so many songs together.
Um, Rest in peace, Young Dog says Trap Boy Freddy got a whole tape about Mo3 after he died, telling a whole story about the situation. So did he kind of admit that he had something to do with it, like subliminally?
He admitted it on the day that it happened. I mean, everybody kind of knew where everybody stood.
So let me ask you something. Why would Trap Boy Freddy and them want him dead so bad, other than jealousy?
Mm,
You don't know.
I think he was just good at everything that they wanted to, be good at. Like they used to, always say, "Oh, good ass rapping nigga," you know. And on top of that, if he said he gonna kill you, he probably would kill you.
So were they ever friends first?
I think they were at one time, but friends turn to enemies real fast.
Okay, rest in peace, Young Dog said same reason God didn't want
God,
him
he wanted out.
out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's just he was everything they wasn't.
Because for them to say, "Oh, good ass rapping nigga," even if they were on good terms, that's still showing some type of jealousy. You
Yeah,
see
that's
what I
showing. Yeah,
mean?
and that's Yayo said that old good ass rapping nigga. Even and even in some joke, and in how they say, in some jokes, lies truth. He really, he was really hating on him. But when he said, "Oh, good ass rapping nigga,"
That's
he
that's a hater.
yeah, he a hater. He couldn't even hate without saying, but he a good ass rapping nigga. This
Well,
just
he was, and he could sing.
yeah. So
He could sing. I wanted to play something. I just wanted to play a little bit of it.
yes, he is the part that's a lot of the reason.
I know I'm not gonna be able to because they said they say Vlad will strike you in a minute.
Ooh,
He ought to be trying to, the way he hijacked
the black
the
culture.
black community. He ought to be trying to he ought not be striking nothing.
Comes a lot of love, but also.
Hold on.
Well, I think it was on Say Cheese that you talked about our Vlad TV interview. How most rappers getting killed in their own city. Boosie interview. You said that really affected you.
Yeah. Nah. Can y'all hear Catalina?
Being the hottest rapper in Dallas, comes a lot of love, but also comes a lot of hate, especially when you're the only one. At the time. Yeah. So what started coming in terms of the hate part?
Like, what you mean?
Well, just being in your neighborhood and being Mo3 the famous rapper, instead of just being Mo3 the neighborhood star.
It started with the hate. The hates in the neighborhood started with old gang members that I used to get into when I was right here at this level. Even when that beef was dead, once I got here, they just restarted it all over again. You know what I'm saying? This was a perfect time for them to be on. This was a perfect time for them to be heard and, shit. And it was like easy. It was right up their alley. Like, shit, we done already beat for Mo3 before when he was just that Mo3. It ain't gonna be hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's where the hate started with that. Like, yeah. And you know, shit, everybody ain't a fan of you. So them became haters. The people who don't like you, they became haters. So it's like shit, it's circulated. But different situations, it get realer and realer. It get worse and worse. Like so, you know.
Well, I mean, you actually talked about getting into a bunch of shootouts.
Yeah.
You actually never got hit though.
Nah, thank God.
I mean, if you were to count how many shootouts you've been in, and I don't care about the actual situation, but if you were to say how many times were you in an area where bullets are flying around you?
Shootouts out 15, so shit's too many.
15 shootouts.
No, I've been in shootouts since I was 15. So
okay.
So it's stay up there. It's a lot.
Okay. And at a certain point, you go, okay, like I'm just getting lucky now. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit. If that gun would have been a little bit, a couple millimeters over to the left, it'd be like, oh man, MO3 was the hottest in the city. You know, we're gonna put him on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bullets don't have a name. Bullets don't really have a function. Once they leave that gun, you don't know what's gonna happen. Ricochets, the whole nine. You know, like for example, I just interviewed. You know, we have.
Yeah. Nah, you know, I know the ins and the outs. I know the goods and the bads with this shit. You know, what you sign up for, you supposed to already know what you up against. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I was one of them that was blessed. Like I know a lot of people. I know a lot of real gangsters and you know, real street niggas who never been to jail. Like fuck getting shot. I know a lot of gangsters and real street niggas who never been to jail. So it's like, and them be the ones that be blessed. Like I was one of the ones that were blessed to never be, you know, hit up. So
Okay, y'all. You know, that's sad. Were y'all able to hear that? Were y'all able to hear? You know, I that's sad. You know, I was looking at his eyes as he was talking.
Right. His
That was
eyes said
talking
a
to
lot.
him. I know a lot of people wanted to say that he was brave or whatever, but as he was looking at Vlad, I could see a man who probably was worried, and he knew that his time will probably come.
I think that's
Because
when he realized that it really was closer um than what he probably thought. His eyes did say a lot in that video. It's like it kind of clicked. Like this might be closer than what this it's closer than what I think. It's and that's why I think he changed his style of how he approached it too, even his music, especially after Roy Lee and Bubba died. I think he was just like he gonna put it all on the line. Like if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. I might as well just put it on, put it out there.
what's up? Say no to Skull TV.
Oh,
I ain't never seen him in here before. So what's up? But Skull is from Dallas too, though, right?
all right.
Okay. Let's see. Monica says Mo3 had the old school Baptist church singing voice with some dope hood lyrics. He was gonna change the game. Let's see. Republic says the industry and government can set up assassinations to look a number of ways. No, I don't think it was the industry. I mean, I don't think it was the government on this one. I think it had a lot to do with, as we were saying before, with jealousy with him. Because if you listen to Mo3, if you listen to some of his interviews, if you even listen to some of his songs, he talked about how a lot of his friends had turned enemy, how people were jealous of him and things of that nature. But my thing is, what I can't seem to understand is, why does it always have to end, in death? People can have beefs and things of that nature. You got these young men, they all, was trying to have a career at some point. And I guess Yellow and whoever, Sayo, and am I saying it right? Sayo?
Yeah.
Sayo and Trapboy Freddy and all them. We're gonna talk about Trapboy Freddy in a minute. They were all rappers. We know Mo3. If you listen to all of them and you listen to Mo3, in my opinion, Mo3 was the most talented. Okay, he was very versatile. So, because he could sing and he could rap, even if it was jealousy, why did it have to? They why did it have to end in death? You know?
I just think it's because they thought that was the only way out. That was the only way. Get him out the way because he was not gonna per se be that team player.
Mm-hmm.
To get in there. And when I say team player, not like he was gonna mess up nobody else's money, but he was just gonna get his money. And that's my take on it. When I say a team player, he couldn't just come, he wasn't gonna do that fake stuff before he do. I just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing and what I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
But all that, be this, that, it's not like that between us. And that's just my take. I mean, because he lets in all his songs, my friends want me dead, they want me dead. I don't think nobody just want to get up and rap about that all the time if there is no truth to that. Because it was so many, he had so much talent, he could rap about other things. But I just think he started using his music as a journal, me personally. And that
Mm-hmm.
way, music lives forever, even when he's gone. So you put it out there. You don't have to just go ahead and just tell it.
Right. 1,000 TV said what, so what y'all think happened? 1,000, what's that, 100,000 TV? I have not gotten the proper, I don't have the proper information to make an analysis of what happened. I wish I could have gotten my hand on. Have those young men gone to trial yet? Those two that was charged?
No,
No.
no, ma'am.
I wish I could have gotten my hand on, which I probably could have, but I do have respect for when stuff is not finished yet on their statements. On the statement after they were charged, if they gave, I'm sure they gave one, even if he said, I don't want to give a statement. Those two that have been charged, I would have been interested in knowing what they had to say to the police, because we don't know, for all we know. But if they got a trial, maybe they have not admitted to anything.
I think they will, or either they'll just plead out. Sometimes you not just how you kind of put people on ice. I think they're just being put on ice. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they're in a rush to bring them to judgment. In my case, that's
Mm-hmm.
just my personal thing, and that's where your family and advocates come from. But I don't think they're in a rush to bring them or his death to 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 trial like that. And that's just my personal opinion. That's not going off no blogger, no sides, no nothing. I'm just saying I don't think personally they are in a rush to bring anyone to judgment.
I agree with you 100%, Heavenly Healer. Heavenly Healer says, no frenemies turn enemies real fast. You got to understand that people send fake people to come in and assess how you're getting your job done so they can
Hmm.
mimic and emulate you. I
Right.
absolutely agree. That dude 73 says they drove past him shooting and blocked the freeway, so he had to stop and get out.
Right.
Wow. Because I have to say, in the beginning, I was like, dog, why did he get out and run? Um, because he would have been better, it would have been better if he had been in the car. But now I do understand now, if they had shot his tires out or
Hmm.
whatever, and then they were getting up close to him, he had no choice
Right. You
but
have no
to get
choice.
out and run. Let me see. Your title is what happened, though. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, do you know what happened to him? 100,000 TV. Do you know? Don't come in here trolling now. You're gonna upset me, and I'm gonna have to cuss you out. And I don't want to do that. A person will sit in the back and lurk and wait until they gain more people to conspire against you to act on their hate. Okay. Okay, Layla Ray, I will, because I hadn't checked my email. I haven't checked my email in 2 weeks. I sure will. For those of you all that's coming into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Now, what we're going to do is I want to change. Well, it's still the same subject, but I want to talk about Trap Boy Freddy. Now, when I first came in here, I heard some people saying that Trap Boy Freddy had been picked up by the feds. I was looking at somebody else's. Um, Hold on one second. I can't play. I'm gonna have to.
Heard you got picked up today, boy. Boy, this piece of shoulder is good. I mean, some popcorn.
Lord have mercy.
You ain't gonna get no juice like this where you going. Walk around and show your iPhone. Let me show you what this juice tastes like. I'm going live on the freeway while you blackball right now. Go work with Jazzy Faye, hang out with Chris Brown, you a blackball.
He said if he make bail, I don't know who that is. He eating and going on. I can't hardly take that.
Yeah.
But he said if he make bail, he knows something.
Yeah. He has been black. I don't think that whatever he thought was going to happen once Mo was after picture happened for nobody. It didn't go well. You know, they thought, okay, he's gone. The only thing they can be for sure of is, okay, I won't get per se killed. But I don't think they thought out the fact that the people, it was kind of like Mo3 was kind of like the people's champ, the underdog, the people who like in the hood who really, you know, they really had love for him. He didn't get that mainstream play. He got people like me. I'm a loyal listener. Once you got me, I'm loyal. You know, so, and I just came across him by somebody else. It wasn't because I heard him on the radio. So, you know, even though he's gone, their careers didn't do what they thought it would do. And that's just me looking as an observer, because I don't see them in anything. It doesn't speak. If they were really had they really had careers, they would have a career with or without him. Make it impress me. Don't get rid of him, Mo3, if that's really an issue. Make your career, step up your game in your career, and that'll impress me. Now, if you just happen to get taken out in the way, then that's what it is. But impress me with your music, not taking or okaying or helping someone get taken out because of whatever beef that's been going on for a minute. Because their careers have not did anything.
Oh wow. Did you
Yeah.
send it? Did you send it to Real Talk with Tamara at gmail.com? Okay. So let's talk about Trap Boy Freddy. Now, we were saying earlier, a lot of people think that he was picked up. Now, what would he have been picked up for?
His name. Who knows? Who knows? He had been arrested previously for some stuff. Who and dogs, some stuff a while back. But you know, he does what he does, and along with that come problems.
Does anybody in the chat know what he may have been picked up for? What's Trap Boy Freddy's first? Is his name Frederick or something? What's his first and last name?
I'm not sure.
Let me see something. Trap Boy Freddy. His name is Devarius. Lord have mercy. It's completely different.
Oh Lord.
Devarius Dantes Moore. Hold on, let me see something. He got twins.
I'm not sure.
It's not showing where he was arrested. But it's people saying it. Just because it's not showing don't mean that it's not true. especially if it happened today.
Right. And I heard it before it was even posted, so it wasn't. I didn't get it off YouTube. It came across.
It came across YouTube, or you said
No,
you heard it
I'm
before
just
it
saying
came
I just
across
heard it.
YouTube?
No, not from YouTube. I'm just saying I heard it just from other people.
Okay, so it's probably true.
Hmm.
And if he was picked up by the yeah, um, folks bold enough to kill Dolph and Mo3, but George Zimmerman walking around carefree. I really don't. That's absolutely true.
Hmm.
George Zimmerman walking around carefree, doing all kinds of other stuff.
Right.
But
That's why I
they
say it
mad
didn't
at
make
these young men
sense.
because they're great.
Right. And he really was good at what he did. I mean, if he was cocky, I mean, that's the same thing people say about Dolph. He was cocky. He was this. He was that. You know, I mean, you damned if you do it, you damned if you don't. That's why I said those guys could impress me by stepping up their music game or their level or how they did things because he got better. Because at first people say he couldn't rap, but he got his he stayed with it and perfected his craft till he made it, do what it do. So why take him out? I mean, you already hate him. They seen something in him. Obviously, they called him a good rapper nigga, but he just didn't play with them.
Well, that's probably because I'm sure they had made attempts on his life before.
Yes. Well, I mean, when they telling you, I mean, he tells you, my friends say they gonna kill me.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is. It's really sad, and it's just it's very sad. And that just gave him more fuel to the fire to make him go harder. Then after, but I mean, even like when you're going to shows and you're being arrested, when as soon as you get there, the police are waiting on you. I mean, it was like he had like the odds, he had tough times. The law did not.
Monica. Monica said Special Agent Trap Boy was taken in just to give the feds an update.
I didn't. You're right. I did, they got him for a reason. I don't. And I agree with you, Sean. They don't have to let you know until they want you to.
She said, not Heavenly Healer says, not one artist that was mentioned parent has any political power or any political position.
Oh, okay. I don't know who Heavenly Healer is, but I don't know.
A Two Pistol says, without money, they won't have no friends. Did
Hmm.
Tracy Martin sacrifice his son Trayvon? Tracy Martin became a Grandmaster Freemason not too long ago. No, George Zimmerman killed him. Um, she says special agent when Trap Boy calling three a good wait a minute a good rapping nigga. He basically was saying three was making up that shooting. That's how youngster did dog.
No, it was Yayo who said that about calling him a good rapping ass nigga. But no, that shouldn't really happen.
Wow. Let's see. The crimes are very different and will be handled differently. That's why Zimmerman walks around freely. He is protected. But they was hating. You can tell on how they was when they was on stage together.
Hmm.
I see y'all not friendly over here, but I share your channel to my community while in the MO3 sector of YouTube. But have a good night. Thank you, Head Dibbles. I appreciate that so much. That's my first time seeing you. She said we're not friendly. We're very friendly. Um, we're very friendly. We had not said anything wrong to you. And the only time that we get rowdy because we have a lot of trolls to come in here. We get rowdy with them. D-Ray Promotions. Dallas is a corrupt city. Remember that. So let me ask you something.
Mhm.
I've heard, and because I know you would know. I've heard people say, that the police in Dallas are very corrupt, and I don't know because I'm telling you something. I almost moved to Dallas and joined the Dallas Police Department many years ago. They was trying to recruit me heavily. That was the time that they was coming to Memphis trying to get everybody that had gone through the academy because Memphis has one of the best academies and they would come and recruit heavily.
Right. They
But
do have
my kids
corruption.
were, yeah, my kids. Oh, okay. But see, I thought you was, trolling. I didn't know, a thousand, 100,000 TV. But during that time they was paying really good money. But my children were still little. I didn't have any family in Dallas at the time, and I didn't believe in getting babysitters for my children.
Right.
With people I didn't know that I never wanted my babies to be vulnerable.
Right.
I just want them to be with people that I knew loved them.
Right. And
Uh,
that's understandable.
but do you believe that the police department has kind of been protecting some of those people that was involved
Oh
or
yeah.
that may allegedly have been involved in the Mo3 case?
Mhm. Yes. That's just
Is that a rumor?
that's not a rumor. That's my. I know that for a fact because that's just how they are. They're very corrupt. It's still good old boy system here, and money talks. And when you already have that target on your back, Mo just he was targeted out the gate. They didn't care about anything. It was the money they could get out of him.
Mhm.
But it's definitely a good old boy who your family, your connections, and when you are outsider, it's hard to get in sometimes, and I don't think he was per se trying to get in, just
Mhm.
but you do have to have some connections at some point. And sometimes you do have to leave your city, and I think he was in the process of doing that. He just wasn't as vocal about it. But the system here is is corruptible. I won't say it's corrupt across the board, but it has its corruption, and that's why I say I don't think there is a rush to judgment for uh for his case. There will be no rush to judgment or just rush to justice. Let me put it that way.
Mhm.
So it's just it's so many pieces to this, and so many people are involved, and so many sectors, again, like you say, agencies that can be brought up in this that have not been brought up just because of the fact that a lot of people don't want to show their hand. But it's the same way, like in Dolph case, it's a lot of agencies that are involved or can be involved
Mhm. Mhm.
because there's so many factors and things that that take place and take part, and it's a money grab. And that's why I come out on Monday. I know I knew this was going to be like uh not a touchy subject. Well, it is a touchy subject because everyone has their opinion, which is not wrong. Me myself, I'm kind of just holding them back because, like you said, we do get a lot of trolls. So, some people, not saying people coming in meaning ill or trying to be rude, but I just know that it's a touchy subject and people stand on what they stand on, and that's kind of sad that that's what it's come to. Because I have people in my family that's diehard trap people, and we just agree to, we don't even talk about it. Once I realize it, I respect it and keep it moving because I'm not trying to get into anything that they may have going on personally. I don't get into it. I'm not gonna let it affect my family or just me or just my peace of mind
Mhm.
because it can get like that. It can get ugly. And this is just a discussion. We're not trying to, figure out who shot JR. It just is what it is. You know what you know. And
Absolutely.
it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, like you say, the same people who constantly made the attempts on Dolph life. It's the same thing here, just different characters, but the same circle.
Absolutely. It's usually not that far off. If there were attempts made before, you see what I mean? It's
Right.
usually not. Um, it says on December 9th, 2020, suspect White was arrested by task force officers. Suspect White was interviewed at Dallas Police Headquarters. Okay, so suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Suspect White admitted that phone number that was compared in phone records might be his phone number, but he could not remember his number. Wow. When suspect White was asked about suspect Devin Brown, suspect White denied that he knew him and had any association with him. Well, that's where he messed up at. Suspect Devin Brown and suspect White are currently in federal custody. Let's see, that was suspect White. Let me see what they said about Devin Brown. Obtain say location data records for suspect White that show him to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment the night before the morning. Okay. So he's still at this point, I guess he's still kind of denied. He's still kind of denying everything. And he is the main one that is noticeable on the
Right.
let's see.
Yeah.
They said their careers. She said their careers have not went anywhere, but they're happy with their hood fame. Because you know what? No, I had never really even heard of them. I'm talking about Yella and all of them.
I'm not a big fan. Yeah, how Ray Gibson keep coming in trolling? See, this is why it comes out like we're not friendly because it's stuff like this.
Hold on, let me see. Hey, Ray Gibson. Let's see Ray Gibson.
I enjoy, okay, if you enjoy the content, then what you go back and forth too much for me.
Who is that?
Ray Gibson, he said he's not trolling, but I don't.
I'm trying to read the comment. I'm gonna see World News. Not propaganda salute. I'm not trolling. I enjoy the content.
I
What they
need
over
to
here doing? Let me go back up and read. Cause see, I hadn't been looking at the.
just chaotic.
Hmm.
I don't. It's not that we're trying. I don't. Well, I'm not. But edibles. It's not that no one's trying to block people from talking. It's just a lot that goes on.
Yeah. Listen.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah. It's nothing. Let me just say this. What a lot of the newer people that's coming in need to understand is we get a lot of trolls to come over here. Okay. And we have people that have, people make duplicate pages and things of that nature. 1 minute a person is talking nice, and then we see the same person or the same name that looks like the same page of a person that's trolling. So my moderators and things of that nature are very protective of my chat, and so am I, because we have to step on a lot of people that come in here trolling. We have to try to keep it where we know that people are okay, where people are not trolling. We have a lot of people that come in here that like to try to, that they're hackers. Okay? So, we keep our eyes on that. You know, we keep our eyes on that very closely.
Because it's just discussion. We're not trying to, like I said, figure out the case or just solve the case or put anything on anyone intentionally, or unintentionally. We're just having discussion. We're not just trying to solve the whole world in one case. It's just an open discussion.
Right, right. And I understand how it goes, especially when you're talking about situations like this. And to be honest, I've never talked about Mo3's case, but I really talked about his case on purpose tonight because I wanted to see something.
Right.
Not only but just to talk about it, but I also wanted to see something, and I kind of see it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
He says our sector is the home of the trolls. So are you saying that you are a troll? Yeah, this right here was
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a very hot topic, and when I think me and Miss T discussed that. I think that might have been one of the first things I said. This is a hot topic. This is a very, this is, you know, it it's just, and not to say that people can't have their outlooks, but this is still a hot topic, and it's coming up on what, in November to be 2 years. It's still just like Doc. It's just as hot as the day when it happened.
Hmm. Well, see, I don't know Trap Boy Freddy. Ray Gibson. He said, I don't think nobody important really studying Trap Boy Freddy. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah,
went.
but I've heard his name come up.
Yeah,
And so because his name has come up in this situation, I mention it. We're gonna
right,
talk about him. They
right,
say he was arrested today. I wants to talk about that.
right. And I'm not a Trap Boy Freddy friend. I mean, in this, it's not because I have any distance. It's just I don't care for his music. He has not made anything that I even, where I can say I've listened to Gotti in the past. He had, decent music. I've never been a person who listened to trap or yellow. Those are not people that I was just drawn to. It's nothing personal. Like I said, when I heard Mo3, I was instantly drawn. I think trap does have a little hood anthem that was real cute, but hood anthems are just good for that, being hood anthems. That don't mean you national in my eye. But I'm not against them because of any personal reasons. They just don't make good music to me, and
Mm.
it is bigger than what we all think.
So they say they're the Mo3 sector. So I'm interested in knowing. I'm interested in knowing what do they think happened to him. I'm interested in knowing what do you all think happened to him.
Uh, because I have my opinion, so. And I do agree. I think it's bigger than what we all think. So,
Hmm.
um, and I don't think it's a conversation or a discussion that will come to a conclusion in one night because it's ongoing. And just the only thing that's happening is that we're losing people in between the casualties. But it's an ongoing thing that sometimes connects the same players, like I said, in the same, in different cities, but it's the same players. I do agree that he was set up.
Because I heard some people say they're from the Mo3 sector, if they're from the MO3 sector, are you all saying that y'all was investigating his case? MO3 case is real. I believe some Dallas rappers involved in that. That's what David said. Right. It's a hot topic, and a lot of fans are going to come in because of the title, as well as people who just wanted to see if it's new info. Notice code figure. Let's see. I don't know. I hate when this thing jumps.
And skull.
Okay, and skull. Yeah.
Yeah,
Code
and I do. And
figure
I.
is yeah. Code figure always popping in.
And I do. I think they're very similar. Like, right. Even though they try, I think they're very similar. If you sit down and just observe without getting emotionally attached, just to observe what you're looking at, and you can see, and you'll be able to see what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's very similar too. Now I know a lot of people say, because I did see that like uh I think they're saying that people have kind of felt like maybe there was a connection with some of the same people. Salute to all. Yes, I'm from. Okay, look at my.
Yeah. Yes, we've talked about the fake plates made for the shooters and other things. Yes.
Because they were saying that Yella, and Yella is connected to truly a mafia, but I don't know if he had, I wouldn't say that he had anything to do with Young Dolph's situation, just because he was cool with like CEO Teasy and them.
And sometimes I think these guys bite off more than they can chew, just trying to get their foot in the door or just trying to make connections. And sometimes you don't know what you're connecting to. And sometimes, like they say, it may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. And I don't think they really understand that. When they're trying to get into the game, whatever the game may be. But I feel like if you can survive. Uh, Hustling and doing whatever on the streets, you should take that same kind of mindset into the industry. Those same survival techniques or defense mechanisms or whatever it may be, and use them in the industry. Everything shouldn't just you get lax because you think you made it. If anything, you should be more defensive. But that's just me.
Yeah, what does ye mean? I want to know what ye mean, because they all started
Yeah.
saying,
Oh, he does say. Mo3 is not for saying. Yeah, he will say that.
oh, okay. He would say, yeah, okay. Tell Me No Lie says they seem like straight hits, and it's sad. Of course, it was definitely a hit. I think it was regardless of what people say. As far as I'm concerned with that Mo3 situation, I know they want to say it was strictly about a girl, but I just tend to believe that it was a little bit more than that.
Right. It was a combination of a lot of things that made for the perfect way to take him out, or the perfect reason for someone to agree to take him out. It was a combination of things. That's why I keep saying you talk to someone different and they're going to give you a different story, a different this, different that. That doesn't make it not true. That's just their version, because it's so many things. It can be women, it's the rap, it's the this, it's that. It's just so many things. It's no one particular thing. It's a lot of volatile things that
Hmm.
just led to him being taken out.
Hmm. Oh wow.
See, and they, and when they fake, your fans, they die hard. Your fans are die hard fans. I didn't even know it was. I mean, I knew it was a Mo3 sector, but I didn't know it was like this.
Headable said, believe it or not, it was street and a setup.
Yes,
I believe it.
I believe
I
that.
do. I believe that. I mean, just from looking at it, like, yeah, he could have been emotionally, you know, unstable because of the girl, but I tend to believe it was more than that.
It was more. It was
Because
more.
see that if he so I think sometimes people think that they'll get less time if he say, he got upset about him being with his girl and he reacted out of emotions. That might get him he might feel like that'll get him less time rather than saying that they all sat around and plotted and it was definitely
Well,
a premeditated hit.
he said that he was gonna sit back and let it unfold because the story was gonna continue. That was it. That was his words. The baby's father, the child's father, and that's why I say it's just so many players. You can even go back to his first manager, whose son was recently killed, the Ducky P young man that was one of Mo3's first managers. So it kind of goes back. It's like you say, it goes back years. It didn't just start within a certain time frame. It's been ongoing. It just intensified over time. And more money, more problems.
Hmm. Well, I definitely, you know, I believe that it was a hit, and it
Yeah.
was, in order for those and just in my opinion, for them to be so dead set on killing him, it was a hit, and they were sent to do. I think they were sent to do a job
Yeah, it
because
was a job.
if it had just been about a girl strictly on emotion, they would have rolled past him and shot at his car and kept going.
Mm-mm.
But
That
because they
yeah,
were so dead set on him dying, that was something else.
right. And really, she was supposed. Like I said, this is my personal opinion, and I heard this without even voicing it to other people that she was going to be taken out, as well. Um, but the kids, like I say, the kids just kind of her keeping the kids in kind of threw it different, but it's so many people that's it's so many people that play a part. It's so many incidents that have happened that are documented, whether by police or just the street, that have happened that played into it. Like you say, the Earl Spence thing, that cost him money. That mean Vegas lost money, gamblers lost money. People felt the way about that because you messing up everybody. Gamblers get mad about their money. They putting their time in. You have to think about that all because of what. A person who feel like they being picked on. But he lost friends, he lost this, and that's why when they say it's too much blood that has been spilled for them to come back from it, he stood on that up until I believe he stood on that up until he was taken out because that was really almost the only thing they could do because he was not going to he wasn't going to play per se by their rules. He was just a different type guy.
Hold on, let me see. He says Duke says Trap was mad because Mo3 had passed him when it came to the money and everything
Hmm.
else, and plus Mo3 hit up Yellow and took
Hmm.
out a bunch of they guys, so all them team up just to take out one man.
Right. That's true. They kept putting money. It was like that's what we call them, insurance people. But the bag just kept getting bigger and bigger. Because everybody had their personal reason why they wanted him gone. That's why I say no one particular person reason will ever be the same. Why they would want him out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these trolls are moving.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
moving.
but we're gonna. I'm
Lady,
gonna def-
Lady Sparkle, you think I'm getting ready? No, I'm okay. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, Duke Man says they kept putting money on his head from everyone in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas that was big
Big
time.
time. Yeah. I mean, they had big time, and especially the Earl Spence thing. That's just like I say, it messes with a lot of money, which goes back to, like I say, that video that Auntie Fee saved and taped. that said a lot. Y'all messing up the city money. I mean, you know what comes along with that, when especially when you're a tourist town and this is Jerry's World, and people coming in, they need what they want when they want it, and they don't want to get caught up in the crosshairs of what y'all got going on. So, you know, it, yeah, they trolled in the songs, but that's why I think towards the end he got more vocal and just started putting it, it was no need to be subliminal any longer. He went out and said it, just came out and said it.
They said now, oh yeah, I want to talk about that. Why does because I've heard people even say that they feel like maybe Boosie, allegedly Lil Boosie, might have shot up or may have set up Mo3. Why did have you heard that, Catalina?
I feel like he fattened him for the kill. That's my, I won't say he set him up, but I ain't gonna say he stepped in either. But I think he did fatten him for the kill. And when I say that, meaning he, he ate off him. He got him where he could eat off him for a moment. He was gonna eat. He's gonna eat off him regardless. So, because he probably had nothing to do with, he couldn't just call them down or stand them down. I think that they were going to take him out regardless. So you might as well fatten them before the kill so everyone can eat. And that's just me, just not thinking as a fan, not saying that's just me thinking as a person unattached. You know what I mean? I can
Mm-hmm.
separate the two in my mind. And I do like Mo3. I'm separating it, and I'm saying, if you know that someone is going to be taken out and you per se can't have any control, you might as well get this money and make sure you get the money as long as you can.
Okay.
And yes, everyone knows, just like how like y'all, you in Player Coast, if you're in Memphis, you know what's going on. People in the areas, they know. I'm not proclaiming to be a Mo3 know it all. I'm just giving my, thing. But if you from the area, you know what it was. You know what it is.
Monica, if you see some trolling, give them a warning and time them out. They keep trolling, block them. That's cause see, I'm not catching I'm not catching everything, because my thing is constantly moving.
I agree, Sean, that he knew. He knew, and it's just, I mean, but what could he do? Because he probably on the thin line himself. So that's why I say, kind of, with I said this with the doubt thing. Just some people, not that they approve, but they just went along with it. Sometimes you just outvoted, you outnumbered. So you ain't. It's not that you approve of it, but you can't stop it either. Some things, just, it is what it is. It's gonna happen, and it's just, some people just look at it as business. Some people is this, but when some moves have been made, some things have been already greenlit. Some people just want them gone. They're gonna just do that, no matter who agree or doesn't agree.
Um, she said, "Where did Boosie eat off him? He ain't even get them to the point where he wanted him to be.
What?
Boosie ain't even eat yet. He was just getting started. Why you think he mad?" I
Well,
mean, but if I heard that Miss Heavenly, I heard that he had signed some deal with Boosie. We don't really know what business deals they had signed. Hell, I'm not accusing Boosie of anything, but if he had signed some, I mean, did he have insurance on him?
you never know. You never, and when I say, I mean, not when, because his music is, I stream his music a lot. A lot of people, and they have a lot of music together. So when someone stream that song or listen to it over, you're getting money off that. So I'm not saying he went to thousandaire or trillionaire status off of him, but I'm saying there was money to be made in him. That's what I mean by that, Miss Heavenly Hands. That's when I say that. That's what I mean. Not saying that it didn't make him set for life, but he does have. He did. He does. He does get some money from that.
Duke Man says Boosie smart when it comes to the street, know how to play both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it keeps jumping. Keep his both side close and know when to move away.
Right. Right. Straight out the gym tells it that. Yeah. But diabetes is diabetes. You will walk with a limp again. His leg is just, But I'm not here to violate nobody HIPAA laws. That's just a personal opinion. If he was shot and he healed and had the money to pay for it and get the things he needed, then good for him. But he the same person that be on lives begging for insulin, and that's neither here nor there either.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it is weird for a person to receive a gunshot wound to his leg, and he walked straight. But I'm not gonna get stuck on that. See, it's the little things like that that people want to go back and forth about, and that's not. That's just part of the story. Boosie say he got diabetes. We ain't just made. He was one who said he diabetic. I have no reason to say he just putting diabetes on somebody. He said it.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
he did say Boosie was his favorite rapper.
Um, let's see. Boosie was Mo3's favorite rapper. David, I am, and have been before after he died. So let me ask you something. And people in the chat can comment too. After Mo3 was assassinated, was his ops those that were considered rappers? Were they trolling, sort of like like how we see people trolling Dolph? Did they do the same thing?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a picture of or a video, a trap boy celebrating, not celebrating, asking about why the traffic is held up, knowing he knew damn well why the traffic was being held up, but why there was traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So they did. I mean, then he made a song. It was whack. Put him on a shirt, but you know, not saying it was because it was Mo3. The song itself was just whack. It wasn't even a good put him on a shirt song. It was just, he could have. You did all that to come with that. All that taking out somebody trolling them. Then the song is not even good. But that's just my personal opinion.
Oh wow. So in the future, it, it's safe to say, and I do believe in the future, and this will be my opinion. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't looked at it in great detail, but I think it's safe to say in the future that it could possibly be some more arrests, because I definitely think that it was a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a lot to do with Triple D Revenge, the movie he was making, Rainwater, his manager. And I definitely think it had a lot to do with jealousy and probably the little beef they had going on and on. And I think because I heard I saw some people in here say that like Trap Boy Freddy and Mo3 and them, they were cool at first,
They were cool. Yes, they were friends at first, but friends, like I say, friends become enemies real quick. But that's because I guess, some people are just not good at faking. And if you just naturally don't get along with some people, it's just hard to fake it. And evidently he couldn't fake the funk with whatever problem he had with Yella, or whatever the reason was, he just couldn't do it, and maybe that was his own personal, you know, constitution. He had a strong constitution about himself, and he just could not play that game. From my just observation, he couldn't play it. He couldn't, even for money, he couldn't play it.
She said they was sending all types of threats to Miss Lowdown. Who was Trap Boy Freddy?
Hmm.
Oh wow. You so that's how you know, like when people start sending threats, that's how you know that it's some stuff that they feel has not been uncovered yet, and
Hmm.
they are afraid that it's going to be uncovered, right? Because when you ain't got nothing to do with nothing, you don't even worry about that.
Right. And the trap or connection in Memphis is Dolph, and probably among others, because Dolph came here and did a video and with Trap, and the police came. But yeah, Trap was cool with Freddie.
Doc was cool with Trap Boy Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
So do Trap Boy Freddy hang out with like Yellow and Jelly Beezy and all them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
From my understanding.
because I know Yellow Beezy and them were really cool with Truly and Mafia.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
This
God.
man said I have a crush on Catalea. Look here, Sput Mula. We rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now I done put God on you. Go on now. Thank you for the $1.99. And Catalea has a husband, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Go on. Um, they did. Hell yeah. That's his right hands. Oh Lord. Yayo tried to set him up. Hence, wait a minute, because this thing is moving fast.
Yes, he did. They tried to set him up at the club before the DJ, and I think Yayo wanted that, so that could be his personal trophy. Like, yeah, Forward did that. If Mo was to been what were to have been taken out in Fort Worth, that would have been like a personal, like, yeah, I did that. That was because of me. But he them tables turned real fast.
Wow, Yayo tried to set him up. Hence, shootout at the club. Watch the club performance. I want to play. Um, maybe I should. I'm not gonna play it again because I couldn't mute it. I wanted to play it for the people that had not seen, because I've seen people. I've heard people say that it. People say that it wasn't him, but I think that it is him. Yeah, that's supposedly them giving him CPR on the expressway. He had a. It looks like he had a thing on his head. What do you call it,
Like
Catalina?
a hoodie
Black
or
hoodie. Yeah, like a hoodie on his head. That looks like it could be him. In my opinion, it do. It looks like it could be Mo3 that was on that expressway.
hmm. And yeah, we said that Mr. Wade, Dennis Wade, it was too much blood on the street. It's so many factors in this that led to his demise, and it was a lot of blood on the streets, and it was no, and I keep saying it was no one particular thing. It was just a combination of things that led to it, and yes, it was a lot of blood spilled, and it was, you know he and there's a lot of pride, and and just hearts, people hurt, He was really hurt about his friends being taken out like that.
Mm-hmm. He
And,
said,
they really did. I think the game changed once they took his friends out, because they were just, it was not all in good fun, but like his friend Roy was a comedian, and he died from complications of his wound from his injury. Um, and he was just a joke, a comedian, and just, and it went from there. And then his friend was killed when he was in New York, Bubba. So I think after that, his whole outlook on things changed, because he knew, well, if they get them, then pretty much I'm next. Not so much that he was scared, but it was just, it made him step it up.
who was Osama? Was that the name of?
Oh, that was his alter ego, like how the Dolph called himself, like Paper Route Frank. He called himself Osama.
Oh wow.
Mo3 called himself Osama.
He said it's definitely Mo3. That's Trap Boy Homies filming him
Him
allegedly.
allegedly. Yes, I didn't want to say that, but since he said it, yes. It was like because
Really?
I'm telling, this is a really touchy subject. People get, and I'm not trying to, I'm not, this is just our opinions. But yes, this was those people who got first sights, or was able to view allegedly. It wasn't because they just happened to be in traffic that day. That was because they were there for
Mm-hmm.
that reason.
He said trolls in here tonight are looking to see if anyone mentions the other people involved in the Mo3 case. See, we don't even know about no other people involved in the Mo3 case. Who are the other people? Two pistols allegedly. Who are the other people? Who are the other people? It would have to allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I'll let somebody else say it. So
See, I don't know. I'm learning
I'm t-
about this.
it's you. I'm telling you, you won't be surprised. It's gonna be the same circle of people, just a different city.
The same group of people, just a different city.
In my opinion, Lady Ray, why you say a troll? It is some trolls, but you good, Lady Ray. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. No, Lady Ray, I don't think you a troll.
It's just been a lot of trolling getting going on other fronts, not just in chats. I think that's what a lot of people are not understanding. And yes, but he did eat off Mo3. I don't care if it was a little or a lot.
Monica said.
I already.
Lord have mercy. For those of you all that are just coming in, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button.
Oh,
Everybody that's in here, hit the like button.
yeah. Now, yes, that lie detector test did tell a lot. That yeah. He did a lot of detector tests with was it with um Mike Tyson, or was it done afterwards? But whatever it was, Mo3 and Boosie did a lot of detector tests, and I don't even think Boosie took his. Yes, I agree, Lady Rain. Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, so many. Yeah, it's because even Black Youngster was here. It's so many people. That's why I say once you start, if you sit down and just start looking at it, you'll be like, what and who and why? And now you see why people came to Dallas from Memphis. It'll start making sense. It's a reason. People ain't just coming here because it's a rest stop or Bucky's is on the way. You coming here for a reason.
Oh wow. Now let me ask you something. Now, who is Black Youngster affiliated with? Is he affiliated with Yellow now?
He's I could never get I never got the connection, but I think they kind of just teamed up because he's a different affiliation
Mm-hmm.
as far as that. But sometimes people will team up to just help get you out the way or get people out the way. And sometimes people will act like they're your friends to get you out the way.
Rest in peace, young Dolph said Black Youngster was cool with Mo3.
Hmm.
Did Black Youngster and Dolph ever link up? I mean, not, oh Lord. I mean, Mo3 and Dolph ever link up?
I'm not
Okay, so they
sure.
were saying because there was a rumor that he was going to sign with CMG next, so he might have been cool with him. I don't know.
That's why. But I never heard CMG never say anything about it. That's why I say I don't know if it was really true, if it was not, or they just that was a part of the play. I don't know. That's why I don't. Yeah, I was about to say no. Those who want it,
I've heard several people say that though that he was going to sign
yeah.
with CMG. So that's
Tho-
allegedly, but you're right. You never heard nobody say that.
right,
You never heard them officially say it.
right. Those who wanted that done kept everyone in check. I agree. It was kind of like they just it was kind of like y'all just hold tight and do what you're supposed to do, stick to the script, and let's get this done. That's just what I feel.
Lady Ray said it's like they helped get three away with
Hmm.
help get three, got away with it, and used the same play with Dolph as fair exchange.
Boom. She said that I did. Yes,
Oh wow.
yes. That it was
Wow.
almost like Dolph was like collateral damage, or just just fair exchange. Fair exchange is no, which comment, Monica?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's that's why I say they're all linked. They're linked in some kind of way. Could they be all carried out as close as maybe him and King Von's was? No, I don't think they could. But I personally, this is my personal opinion. I always think that uh, Three and Dolph were on the table no matter what. It was just about how they were going to get them off of the table.
They
That's
were
just,
definitely a threat,
yeah,
but the only difference is Dolph was banking. Dolph was a
right,
bank, he was a money man for real.
right. Yeah, he
Mo3
definitely
was gonna
was.
get there. I don't know if Mo3 was Mo did Mo3 know anything about the independence?
He was, and he had a lot of money. That's why that when they say he got it out the mud, he literally he had money. He was getting money out the mud. He was getting it. He was getting it. So he did do a lot, even during the pandemic. When people couldn't pay, when their renter was having a hard time, he went out and he paid. And it's a video out. He went to different neighborhoods and paid up people rent, gave them money to buy groceries. Just an average, it wasn't nothing for show. He, no particular, people. He didn't. He went and did. He helped everybody. It was blacks, Mexicans, whoever needed help, because he knew how it was to be hungry.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he was independent, so he had money. He got that. He built up his money. He
They said so Mo3 was signed to Empire?
I think it was just like distribution. I think, but he could have been signed as an artist. After a while, I just don't even want to read who linked to to
To
Empire.
Empire. Yeah, guys are gonna have to go to church because it seemed like all his artists, anybody, he it's it just appears that he's bad luck because
And
anybody that signs to him end up not here anymore.
yep, and the money. Yes, the money missing. It's I'm,
Okay, so he only he was really a triple threat instead of a double threat because if he only signed a distribution deal and he was basically independent
mm-hmm.
and he had all that talent, but now I did hear somebody say he had some kind of deal with Boosie. With him having all that talent and he learned how to be more so independent. For some reason, they don't be wanting to let these young men who have talent and know the game live. Because they
Right.
feel like they supposed to be slaves to make all the money off of them.
Mm-hmm. And he was making money. He was making money.
Monica said Soldier Boy couldn't even keep his dirty Gucci headband on his head. Now that's interesting. Who got three masters and and labels? So Mo3 had labels. Who got
Yeah, he
three?
had like I think it was like HSM.
Okay. So who got all that when he passed away?
I want to say his mom them took over. Of I think Rain did happen for a while, and then they kind of, from my understanding, his family then took, assumed, um, started handling his affairs.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, Catalina. I gotta. I'll be
Okay.
right back. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Empire got the masters, and his mother has HSM. I knew it was like two. It would, one went one way and one went the other. Thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Sean. And yes, everybody want part of the monies. Like I trying to say, they want their part of the monies, and they was extorting him, and shaking him down. You know what? I don't know if they are. Yes, they did blackball him, but he prevailed nevertheless. I'm not sure Natural Born Queen if they are. I know that they eating off the black culture. Hmm. Yeah, and Yeltsin was arrested in Texas. I forgot why he was arrested. But he wasn't. He was arrested here. Hmm. That's true, Monica. And the industry is. It makes me. It's different. It's it makes me have a love hate relationship with music right now because of the things that go on. Sometimes it's not good to know certain things, but you know, it has created for me personally a love hate relationship and a conflict. Touchy subject, my guy. What's a touchy subject, Calvin?
Yeah, I know Dallas police have to do a lot with
With
his
his
case
case,
too.
yeah, they were like shaking him down, extorting him. Just even arresting him, but just with the bond money. Just it was all kind of stuff that they did to him.
Said Gazi hustling insurance policies on our black youth. Sounds like you're making a very clear point there. Let's see.
As far as what having making a clear point about what? Mo3 was likable. He could high side. He had personality. You know, like on Color Purple, he got spunk like Suge. He just had that. He could high side. He could do it. Was he was a likable person, and I think a lot of people just didn't like that about him. You know, he was a charmer. The ladies liked him. You know, he could do a lot of things, and you know, he he, he was real. People could relate to him.
Y'all, please hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button, y'all. We only at 120 likes. So please hit the like button. Let's try to get it up. We should have had like 200, over 200 likes in here.
The videos was editing in his. I'm not understanding what you mean by that, Kwame. The videos was editing in his video when he got shot. They did. Now I do think it was some funny footage. Because the way that Dallas, um, in the states are set up, it's cameras everywhere. So for them just to rely on a camera from a truck, I kind of find that hard to believe because of the way they get a clear picture of your license plate when you do anything. They should have had that in real time because they watch everything on the freeways.
He makes more money when they die, and he has the rights to the masters.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. So he owns their masters.
He was just saying that Empire took one and his mother took another. His label, and then Empire kept his masters. The truck. Yeah, we talked about that. You're acting like
Heavenly Healer, who are you talking about? They're acting like who got 15 albums? Who? Who?
but it's not so much about the number. It's the quality that he had, the what he had on what he had as far as his albums. And yes, I agree, Kwame, about the trucking had something to do with it.
Um, they said, where's all the footage? The public always thinking these rappers got a whole bunch of money when they don't be even having it yet.
Okay.
He said French Montana said it in an interview that record labels are doing it for sure. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. I think they are. They don't, because they don't really give a damn about them. They I think of some of these insurance policies, they have what, 15 and 20 million dollars on them. I think that should be against the law anyways.
All right.
No record company should be able to put that type of money on a artist unless the money is going to go to their children.
Right.
That means the artist should put it on themselves.
Right. You think what was part of the play, Calvin? Yeah, I think the fine print get a lot of people caught up, and like you say, they don't get their own personal attorneys to for them to handle it. They when you go with a corporate attorney or an attorney that's within that label, when you should just get your own. Oh yeah, that games that I think that opened up his eyes a lot to that game.
They say allegedly Dallas police erased the video on the highway. I was going to say because the expressway should have cameras, because
Mhm.
T-Dot control them in Tennessee.
Right.
Um, and they can see they're high definition cameras. They can see exactly what's going on.
They sure get you when you go through the little, what's the thing, but the tollway with your license plates, and that's clear as day.
Hmm. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna ask the audience: do y'all think that in the future there will be some more arrests made? I'm talking to the people in the chat. Do y'all think in the future there will be some more arrests made in this case?
Mm. I don't think so. I'll just answer. I don't. I think they got the two people um who they gonna go with, and the rest of it, yeah, it's very deep. And if it is, it's gonna be because somebody falls, and I think it'll be Keywan because he's upset about his brother or cousin, whatever they were, being taken out. They
She said,
might
if
get.
you're not from Texas, you don't know how the interstate is. No, I don't know how it is. I'm not from Texas. I know I'm from Tennessee and Mississippi, and theirs is the same.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Sky knows him personally. She said he owns his masters.
Okay.
They might get the shooter, but they're not going to get the person who sent the shooter. And that's who they need to get. The person that's the problem, the person who sent the shooter.
There's so many people that sent them.
I was saying that do y'all think in the future that there will be any more arrests made in this case? And do y'all think they got the right people? I do believe that Keywan boy is the young man. I do believe that that's him. Yeah, they got killed right after the interview. Who got killed right after the interview?
Oh no, he was saying Mo3 was killed after that interview that with Mike Tyson and Boosie.
LaRonda says she don't think it's gonna be any more arrests.
I don't think so. And if it is,
It'll be because those young men that they have said something.
maybe one. The other guy said he not gonna say anything because he say just watch it unfold.
They always say that when they're guilty. I'm telling you.
He
But I've
did.
heard people say that they don't believe. Now, if K1, if who said that K1, whatever they call
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
he was the one that was out there.
Mhm.
So he's not gonna talk.
Yeah, he's not gonna talk. That's why I say if he, because and now that's why I was saying with Ducky P, his brother, cousin, whatever, being taken out. Um, his mindset is different, So, like he said, he don't really have anything to live for. So, it's kind of like you dead anyway. I mean, kind of is. It's you're a dead man walking. So you just kind of pick your poison. That's my opinion. Yes, political people that are getting involved, and that's why in the Dallas case, I think they just gonna go with what they have because it it reaches out further. Everybody, music is big business, but behind music is a lot of other businesses that are big just as well. Yeah,
So
providing for.
allegedly, the dad was upset because of some things he seen on some social media with his kids. Yeah, we talked about that.
Hmm.
That sounds too. I know there's a lot of mental illness, but just from what I saw, I know people are ignorant, but I don't see two men chasing down somebody about one woman. Why would another man want to be just as hard?
Right. I think that
Heads
was his
down killing
reason
a
to.
man about another man's woman. That don't seem right.
Right. That was just his part to play. And I do agree with Sean that they want the commission. This is more of a bigger thing. It's like a process of elimination, but the commissioner, they do want the commissioner, which is, Trap Boy, alleged him and Trap Boy just close. I won't say that's his father allegedly. That some people say that's his father, but Trap just has different connections. But they do want the commissioner.
What's the commissioner's name?
John Wiley Price.
Then they say it was his stepfather.
They say it's his stepfather is like a Mexican guy. Yeah, I didn't. Thank you, dude.
And John
Yes, when he
Price.
flipped that Lambo, they changed the game up. Well, it caused enough that he didn't. He made him wreck out.
Trap Boy looked like him.
And see, he does. He really does. So that's why they say he's always been protected.
He definitely looked like him. Lord have mercy.
He looked just like him.
He ain't got his last name, but that don't mean nothing. One of his baby mama that was a hit, and she was involved. They saying that one of his baby mamas was involved, or just talking about the other person.
The woman and her kids played a part. Yes, we talked about that. How they use the kids.
I agree with you, Loranda. She said, Tamara, we are living in an evil world. When you're not evil, you can't think like evil people. My grandpa was shot and killed over a damn cigarette. Lord have mercy.
My, see, that's so sad.
Yeah, that's sad. But in Memphis, a few years back, two friends got to arguing over uh, a piece of chicken, and the other friend shot him and killed him
Well,
about a piece of chicken.
well, here in Texas, it was two brothers. They were fighting over a chicken basket, and he stabbed his brother in the heart with a fork behind some chicken. You killed your own brother behind a piece of chicken.
I agree with you, Monica. The music industry drains your soul.
It really does. That's why come I say he has created a love hate relationship with me, and I'm a music lover, but he has really created like a divide within me.
So let's see. We got uh okay, we got 20 more minutes. So Catalina, let me ask you something.
Hmm.
When Mo3 died, because we're winding down.
Hmm.
Mo3 died. What was it like in the city after he died?
Mm, it just all kind of depends. A lot of people, I was surprised. A lot of people were, then some people were happy. It just all depends on where you feel at, on how you liked him. This it wasn't. Some people celebrated, some people were sad. Like I said, he represented another demographic of people, like kind of the underdogs, the people who really in the hood. Not saying he didn't have fans in other demographics, but it wasn't volatile. It was just kind of contained, depending on how you felt. So different people felt different ways. It was some people that was happy. It was other people that was hurt. That's why that song, outside, that was made afterwards. You can kind of get a feel of how his fan base, where it came from. And the people who supported him.
They say he was living on a bus before.
He was homeless. That's what he was just, and he never made never tried to deny it. And that's another thing, when you own what happened to you and people can't use it against you. He talks about living on the bus stop, or riding a bus to going to living to this. He talks about that. So, once you talk about what someone can use against you, you take back your own power. So he made living on the bus stop part of his history, his music, and that made him money. That was part of his story. So let's not be like the news and minimize a situation to one isolated incident. I think we said that there was no um one incident. It was various incidents that led to his demise. If that's what you're saying, Heavenly Healer. And they did laugh at him for sleeping in a car, but he owned all of that. That way, no one could. They couldn't use that against him because he talked about that. He wasn't ashamed of it. It gave him fuel to get more.
Now,
That's
who
what.
discovered him? Rainwater.
Uh, I'm not really, because he had a manager before, man. I'm not really sure how he was discovered, but him and Rain made a connection. They were moving CDs at a time where the CDs were not, moving CDs weren't popular. So, but him and Rain came up together. I put it that way. As he came up, they did come up together.
I'm gonna tell you something. When people have been homeless before, a lot of times when they start making money, they're very frugal with it.
Hmm. Oh,
They're
and
very frugal.
yeah, and he'll tell you that he was extravagant on what he was extravagant at, but he was very frugal at the same time.
And he was probably no nonsense because a lot of times when they've been homeless too, they real no nonsense because they've been through a lot.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, there were no cameras in the bend of the freeway. That's why they got was trying to get him there in the bend of the freeway.
He said, but Faye, who is Faye? He said Faye and Pre got into it. Who is Faye? Oh wow. Yes, it started with Trap in the Fed. Oh yeah, did we talk about Trap being in the feds today? Allegedly, he was arrested. There were a lot of people saying that is true, although it was not really. People in the know said that is true. So,
Hmm.
um, are they saying what he was arrested for?
Now
Now,
that I don't know.
are you talking? He said Faye. Are you saying Fabo? Are you talking about Fabo? Did I read that wrong?
Right. I'm saying who's saying rest in peace to, oh wow, rest in peace.
I'm frugal. I'm not going to lie.
It's nothing wrong with being frugal.
Okay, I know you put Fay, Fay. Oh wow, so they got into it. Lord have mercy.
I figured they were bound to meet up at some point.
Yeah.
They were bound to meet up.
Wasn't trying to give him clout, but he saw they was there and pulled up on
See, why even go there? Why would he do that? Just it's like he looking for it.
Mm. Because what
And
does
that's
that prove? It does not prove anything.
right. It doesn't prove anything. Like they there. Why you just can't be there and just enjoy yourself? And if y'all run into each other, y'all, but to run up on or just pull up on somebody, that's how people get hurt.
Hmm.
They just, they get just. It's enough of that already. And don't put, just putting people in them tight situations where they gotta, if they don't act a certain way, people will say, "Oh, they was, we with Fable, confronting them, they did this and did that." It creates so much chaos and havoc, and just
Hmm.
it's just unnecessary. People trying to make so many points and
Yeah, Fabo need to calm down. He need to take whatever energy, whatever negative energy he got towards Pre and put it into his music and sit down
hmm
and have a damn seat somewhere.
right. They
Um, yeah, rest in peace, Young Dog said yes, T. Let's see. He said he wasn't trying to give him clout. Okay. Um,
but he wanted to kill Glock. See,
now why is he wanting to try and kill Glock? What that I don't understand.
that
I hope I really hope that that's not true, because then it will make me. What is he on? What is really going on?
yeah, for him just stay on. I want to kill Glock. I want to kill Glock. Or they using you? Had they brainwashed you? What had they gave you that you that I understand you feeling like you got left out, but you did go to jail. So the train couldn't stop moving because you was. But to just say he want to kill Glock, he said they owe him 1 million. Oh my God.
And he need to take that energy and go make him 1 million. And he need to stop before he end up back in jail for good. Because for him, if that's true, he's hollering about that. That's pitiful.
hmm
Um,
Right, it's about taking them out their game.
she said Special Agent Trap Boy went in to give an update. He'll be back on the streets before you know.
he do he do be out fast. He get out. He gets in and out fast. I'm not gonna lie. And they walk him out through the back doors. So this will be interesting.
I agree with you. It's not about proving anything. It's about taking them out of their game. That's true. I
And
do.
he's trying to, make pre or key, especially like he's just like just picking him out, trying to knock him off of his spot or just get him out of character, just make him react some way so he can say, "See, I told you."
I think what Key Glock needs to do is get a bunch of professional, especially if he got people pulling up on him talking about that, because to me that sounds like behavior where a person has mentally flipped.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to get professional security around him, probably professional police officers,
Right,
do security off duty, whereas,
right.
they can handle it. Where if people are flipping out like that,
Because Fable has made a Fable, however you say his name, it's like he's on a personal mission. And if he like that about $1 million, he can just he if he they missed a whole lot of whatever he call himself, he can do a whole lot of something and get that million.
that's true. She said, what he's doing with a gun and being in prison, that's a violation. Why y'all think Snoop made that post and took it down? Because he keeps saying that they not putting in work for Doll. Uh, is he putting in any?
I don't know
This
that's the
right here,
weirdest.
this is getting sick, and
Right.
I really be hating to talk about Fabo because I kind of feel sorry for Fabo. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about with his you know whatever it is that he's going through
Right.
as a young man. But what Fabo don't have to do is he gonna have to stop drinking, and he's gonna have to take that energy and put it into himself because don't nobody owe him a damn thing. Now,
Right.
pulling up on people in an aggressive manner gonna get him hurt or sent back to jail. Because if he's been in jail, is he still on paper?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna take the wrong person seeing if he's on paper and getting and then calling his probation officer. You see what I mean? So I think he
Right.
needs to calm down. He don't want to get no more violations.
And sometimes people, you don't know how you'll catch people. Some people forget your violation or being on paper. They'll just shoot you because they're not sure what you gonna do. They
Mm.
get you first because you done made it very clear that you're on their case. You're on their tail. You have a personal issue with me.
It sounds like somebody may have, if this is true. I think I said before, Fabo don't need to let people use him because people will put a battery in your back and get you hurt. Or get you messed
Mm-hmm.
up when right now is the best time for him to go and do his music.
Right.
That's all he needs to do. Go on and put that energy into his music and push on.
Right. He
But
should channel it to where he can see something from it. Channel it because where and how he's channeling his anger at this point is not working for him. It's just getting his name out there. But if he take that and change it around and use it for music or whatever, he'll see that million or whatever it is he want to see. He'll probably see it a lot faster than the way he's going. And whoever's promised him that he's going to get there by doing this has lied to him. They're lying to him. This is not the way for him to go.
yeah, I think people boosting him up, but I think he needs to understand that's not the way to do it. He should see where Straight Drop ended up at. The what he's trying to do, people trying to use him, and it's not gonna work out the way he think. I think he needs to let it
Mm-hmm.
go. I'm
Right.
just so damn tired of these old rusty, crusty folks trying to, and I know he's a grown man, but they
Right.
stay putting a battery in these young men back, and these young men, uh, you know, have everything to lose.
It's not they put a battery and they put a generator just in case the battery went low in his back. They got him real amped up.
That's messed up.
Yeah,
This
and he does need to look at Drop as an example. Straight Drop is a perfect textbook example of a crash dummy and how it goes bad. And never believe what you promise. Sometimes you don't believe it. Walk away. Straight Drop should be an example to all. That all that glitters ain't gold and all gold ain't reality. That's what people should take away from that with Straight Drop. Because whatever he was promised that amped him up like that, it was snatched that fast.
Yeah. Well, Catalina, I really appreciate you hanging out with me tonight.
Yes, and I'm glad this topic. Oh, it's so much more. We probably could elaborate on it more, but it'll be other times because you see how people came out. But I remember I told you that people's gonna come out because this is a touchy subject. And people are. It, And like I said, it just connects. It'll eventually connect. But you see what you said you needed to see. So I trust you on that.
Oh,
And
I
so,
absolutely did. I definitely talked about this on purpose.
yeah,
But and I'm not investigating this. I
right,
ain't in Dallas or nothing. But
right,
yeah, I did. But I mean, just reading about him today, like I said, he was on his way straight up.
right.
And
He
damn
really
shame
was.
that they was so jealous of that boy. It seemed like some of these people that kind of deal with each other. Because I saw where teasing them had yellow at performing at their birthday party and stuff. I'm talking about truly a mafia,
Mm-hmm.
past. But it seems like some of these people can't control some of the same people that can't control their emotions.
Right.
They kind of have liking spirits. They kind of hang together.
Right. 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 You it's and there you would seem like you would think that they can control their emotions because they say that they're this and they're that, but it come to find out that they can't control their emotions at all. And when they meet people like a Dolph or a Mo3 that can contain their emotions in different ways other than they can, it really takes them off their swivel. It really makes them mad when you meet a person that can contain themselves in ways that they can't, maybe without jumping crazy or ignorant or doing certain things that makes people mad. And so it, it's really sad. It's really sad. So, and
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
Yo made fun of Three for remixing that Mariah Carey song. It was actually a good song.
it
Who was
was.
that?
I forget the name of it, but or was it the Sierra song? Because he'll remix your song in a minute, and you'll forget it's yours, and the next thing you know, it's his song. That's how good he is. All he needs is a countertop to make a beat, and he gone.
Wow.
I mean, that's just how good he was. If you just gave him somewhere where he could give himself a beat or a cadence, he'll take your song and make it his. Cause that's even like the outside song. That was someone else's song, but more people related it. Mo3 took it and made it his song. It was Bobby Billion's song, but that's just but he just outshined everyone.
Go ahead, ask me, Miss Monica. You can ask me a question. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. And go
I
yeah.
would go ahead.
Said Gotti and them want to be the only one in the rap world. I kind of see what's going on with that. I see how they're all kind of trying to corner the South,
Hmm.
and you working with some more labels in Texas and in the South.
I'm gonna listen to Sunshine. Rest in peace. And no, he did mess with Three, but it was music. It was about money. Matter of fact, Three didn't even want the song because he wanted to buy it, and they put it out afterwards. And he thought he was gonna blow up and ride that wave. But when your intentions not pure, you see he fizzled right out. No, no offense to nobody named Fizzle, but he fizzled right out after he thought that he was gonna ride the wave after Mo3 died and the song was released because his intentions were not pure. No, don't nobody mess with Bobby. It's really sad.
So you make yourself a sacrifice when you become eager to be in the limelight. But see, that's a damn shame. That's not how it should be. And a lot of these nappy cuckabug heads ought to change that. Instead of being
Mhm.
jealous, if you got a gift and it puts you in the limelight, you should be allowed to be in the damn limelight. You don't see this type of shit happening in the white community. I
Mm,
hear a lot of people talking about sacrifices. Do you ever hear about any white artist being sacrificed?
they do.
No, you only hear it in the
Mhm.
black community.
Mhm. And I did hear about that they're at it's a lot going on. That's why I say if you have to in these different cities in these different um just the music industry, it's like overnight you wake up and it's a whole nother somebody into it. It's like they have to keep something going for it to go, and it's really sad. Other than just making good music, why gotta always be a beef somewhere? Why we just can't make good music? That's all. Just good music, and everybody do what they do and go home at the end of the night.
You know what? If Funny got an album out, I promise you I'll go buy it. I like Miss Funny Willis. I think she rocking.
Uh-huh. Yellow down. Yes, yellow. Yeah, yellow. They shaking yellow down. He got to tell it.
Is Yellow in jail?
He was being arrested, like back to back, and had a bunch of hand sanitizer. So he said, but we know what that was.
No, what was it?
A, whatever, a liquid pharmaceutical or some type of pharmaceutical. We'll just put it that way. Ain't
Lord
nobody
have
giving
mercy.
out that many hand sanitizers, and ain't nobody that clean.
Mm,
But
mm.
I think he got real comfortable thinking because he was signed with L.A. Reid that he was gonna really blow up, but he didn't produce. I think he shelled in a way. But then is when they told that he had guns, drugs, and yeah, they've been watching Trap. Yeah,
All right, y'all. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. We've been on here 3 hours.
I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed the conversation, and I hate that people think that we're not friendly, but since they don't know the backstory to a lot of things, that hopefully they'll get it and come back. And if they don't, they who's who should be here is going to be here, and they'll understand why. It's not the fact that people are just blocking to be blocking, but the trolling is really unnecessary. That's why I say these people take this stuff way, way, way too far, and it's really a sad thing. But I'm glad that the conversation could be held at least to get some kind of understanding. But there's so much to it that one conversation or one discussion really couldn't do it any justice. You would have to. This is almost like a series, and then before you know it, you'll be running it into Memphis. But I digress because what'll come is gonna come.
That's true. All
So
right, y'all. I am tired. We could really. This has been a really, yeah. This has been a really good conversation. Talking
mhm,
about Mo3. Like I said, I had never. She said, "Miss T, are you going about funny?" Willie's new album, Prison Cell Bound, featuring Young Thug and Gunna. Yep,
mhm,
I sure will. Y'all know I want to support.
mhm.
So, Scientologists protect the white artists.
Yeah, they go in up under that. That's their little protection hub.
Wow. Well, y'all, I've enjoyed talking about Mo3 tonight. I sincerely appreciate Miss Catalina coming up tonight and talking about it with me.
Yeah,
Coming up here talking about speaking about it with me because I know she knows quite a bit about the
and
Mo3.
I did hold back some because some things are volatile, and you see how people would get up in arms. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I noticed that. I noticed you started to pull back when people started.
because
Yeah,
I'm not trying to, make, it's just some things. It just it is what it is. That's why I say if you get a chance tonight, go listen to his song "I Am the Truth," and it will tell a lot. You'll see the emotion and why he was driven to do a lot of things, and it'll kind of give you an outlook on like, okay, now I see why, because just you'll see. But yeah, I did pull back because this is a conversation that will bring out people's teeth and blood, and this is not we not that kind of group. Just we not. I'm not gonna argue about back and forth about some things. I'm just not gonna do it. The little things. The thing is, he was killed unnecessarily and out of jealousy and spite. The same reason that people like Dolph and others have been taken out,
mm-hmm.
and it's the same, and it's some of the same players, and it's sad, and the same things that take place. It's just, it is what it is. It just comes down to getting certain people out the way because certain people want to make money or
Well, they
want they
still ain't making none.
right, or they want that limelight, like how they think they had the limelight. So they try to get the next person out the way so they can say it's my turn.
And it still don't work out the
It
way
don't
that they
work
think
out.
it's gonna work out. Because I mean, now what they've done is they've created that bad karma, and I mean, we see definitely how a lot of our people have that crabs in the barrel mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's sad, with our people, they don't want to see you successful. They scared you're gonna make more money. They want to try to get you out of the way. It's easy to believe that some of these people that are affiliated with some of these rappers have posted up on YouTube. I mean, you see that mentality that they have. I'm gonna do
Right.
this to you. That's going to preserve me and my people. That'll make the numbers for whomever it is. I'm trying to. I'm gonna try to, get this person out the way or get them out the algorithm or whatever, because they're talking about the same thing, and this person is a threat when you can't stop what God has for another person anyway. So it's not hard to believe that.
And it's really not. My thing is this: if you know something happened to someone, whether they're taken out, you played a part in them being taken out, or you know of it, whatever it is, just know that when you get in that position, the same thing can happen to you. You don't get any longevity by doing that. Just know the same thing that happened to that person, it can and will and maybe happen to you if you play your cards right. And maybe you can get out, maybe you don't. But you have to know that's gonna boomerang back to you. Because if they do it to them, they'll surely do it to you. And that's just how I look at it. If that's my take on it. If I'm a artist, if they can take out a person like a doll for a three, but especially like a doll, you don't think they can do that to just a regular? They ain't have no thoughts about that. They definitely ain't thinking about you like that. So that means everybody is expendable. So don't try to take nobody's shine. Just shine when you shine and just move on about it. But don't try to take nobody else's shine ahead of their time, trying to get in their spotlight, because you don't know what it takes for that person to stand under that spotlight. Some people ain't built for it.
Absolutely. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. And I'll be so glad when our people um get to a point where they can stop putting themselves in positions to continuously be indicted
Right.
on and taken away from their families, because all of this hacking on YouTube, the sector of hacking, all of these killings and things of that nature, it leads you to believe that it leads you to believe that a lot of these, as I was saying on another vlog today, some of these people on YouTube are connected to some of these rappers, um, that are taking other rappers out. You know what I mean? Like they've just kind of posted up everywhere. And it's sad because what our people tend to forget is, hey Auntie Fee.
Hey,
What
Auntie.
yeah, what our people tend to forget is that they don't get away with it. They don't.
Right. They don't. They don't. And sometimes, how you talk about their kids and their this and their family. Everybody just not. Some people don't think about their kids like that. Not saying that they don't love them, but they're not thinking about them like that. They don't care about their families like that. They're just thinking about the money, the hustle, you know. And you know, I heard you. I thought about that earlier today. And I'm thinking, some people just ain't thinking like that about their kids, or their family, or their girls, or they just not thinking about it. They thinking about the money,
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my take on it. So, but I know, like you said, we've been on here. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully, we can uh come to this discussion again and have more, and probably be more to link up to it and make sense about some things. And, but until then, good night. I'm going to drop down so you can close out. And I hope you've had the best birthday you could possibly had today.
Okay, thank you so much,
Okay.
Catalina. I
You're
appreciate that
welcome.
so much. Bye bye. Well, y'all, I definitely want to, thank you all for tuning. We did, Auntie Fee, we definitely talked about. We didn't talk about why he was arrested. We just talked about him being arrested. We kind of touched on that, but I definitely want to thank everybody that means well for tuning in tonight. This is definitely a subject that I had never really, talked about, just in learning more about Mo3, listening to his music and stuff. He was definitely talented and was going to definitely go through the roof, right? I hate that his life was cut short. He was only 28 years old, so he was still basically, he was still up under me, a baby, basically, So, up under a lot of us, really a young man with a bright future. Thank you, Dennis Martin, that has so much to live for, right? And it's unfortunate that something like this happened to him. It's sad when a lot of these young men are talented and they are cut down. Um, Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. Their lives are interrupted, you know, and that is what is happening. Their lives are being interrupted just because of jealousy, emotionally instability, and things of that nature. So, I definitely want to say rest in peace to I want to say rest in peace to him. Thank you, Auntie Fee. And those of you all that haven't hit the like button, y'all, please hit the like button if you're just coming in here. And thank you all for the birthday wishes. I truly appreciate that so much. Y'all, please hit the like button if you haven't. I really appreciate the birthday wishes. I do. I appreciate that so much. But this has definitely been a good show, thank you, D Royal. Um, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me so long. I sincerely I do. China hacked the Social Security Administration. Somebody in China being me right now. Well, Heavenly Healer, one thing about it, I just think people like going to jail. And that's that federal time, you know. I hadn't heard about China hacking the Social Security Administration. But one thing about these cuckabug head Negroes that's doing this hacking, they already know they don't get the privileges of a Chinese or a Caucasian person. I don't care how much they hacking with Caucasian people. They already know that their time gonna be harsher. But I guess that's what they sign up for when they hack. Okay, so whatever. China strict, but I don't. Hey, anyways. All right, you guys. I definitely thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys so much. Make sure y'all pray before y'all when y'all get off of here. Make sure y'all pray before y'all when y'all get off of here because there are a lot of spirits. I've seen a lot of different spirits tonight to come through here. But we just kind of kept on going. And I do believe in the power of prayer. Pray all of that negativity and negative energy out because there are a lot of negative energies and entities um you know um in this that's over social media, a lot of evilness. It's unfortunate that people feel like because you can't see them, they're able to be and play anything, and they choose to be and play evil. I never thought I would see what I've seen on here. As far as the evilness, there's a lot of good things. They have education and things of that nature. Um, I love the cooking channels. I love when people are doing the educating and things of that nature. But I think it's a shame before God when you have black people that want to destroy all the time, right? So that's why I say we have to pray, especially when we get off of here. to pray any negative and any negativity that may have came at us, because as hard as we pray, there are evil people that work in that does spiritual darkness over this internet that watch you. You know what I mean? So that's why I say we reverse every curse, and everybody that came in here that means well, it is, I pray that every curse is reversed. Every person that came in here that did not mean well, everything that they have tried to do, they'll see it back before 30 days. They'll see all of that evilness back, in 30 days. So everything that they've done, it will be reversed to them, and it will be 3 times worse. You know what I mean? And so we won't even see them no more. Because a lot of times when you come to try to do evil to people, God will give you a heart attack and you will die. Okay? And that ain't me saying that I'm going to do anything to you, because when you put it in the hands of the Lord, you don't have to worry about that. So when they come in here thinking they're going to hack or do anything like that, we reverse every curse. Don't have a heart attack and die. Don't have a wreck and die. Because when you put stuff in the hands of the Lord, God will get you up out of here. Okay? Especially when he says, touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. I saw some evilness in here tonight, and I send it back to the sender. Everything that they think they're going to do is going to hit them and their families. So you have to be very careful, because oftentimes it won't happen to you. It will happen to your family. And I don't wish anything on your family, because a lot of people are just evil. It ain't even got nothing to do with their family. They're just evil and pathetic. So I'm putting that back into the atmosphere, and it is sent back. And I'm going to call some praying warriors tonight to make sure that it is sent back. And then we won't even see them no more, because they won't even be able to come back on YouTube if they continue it. Because I know God says where 2 or 3 agree, he would be in the midst. Okay? And sometimes you have to truly get, and I did this show for a reason tonight. Sometimes you have to get some praying warriors to really help you to pray some people on away from you. Okay? And there's a lot of evil people that's on here. And they evil for no reason at all. It's a damn shame to be evil for no reason. That's why I say, even though I pray for you all, when you get off of here, y'all pray, because I saw some evil folks. And I was still praying. Even when I put Catalea on hold, I started praying in the spiritual. You better hope that you wake up in the morning. You better pray that you do. And if God allows you to wake up in the morning, I'm talking about the evil people, you better thank him. Okay? Because you don't know a person's ranking in the spiritual realm. Okay? And I do mean that. When I get off of here, I'm going to call some praying warriors, and it's going to be some people that y'all ain't going to have to worry about doing evil no more on YouTube, because you ain't going to see them, because they ain't going to be able to get on here, because God going to deal with them. It's a damn shame when you have to pray people away because they too damn evil, period. You would think black people would have better things to do than to be trying to violate people, trying to hack them and things that nature. It's sick people. And then they have the nerve to be mad at the feds and the authorities. Okay? But as I said tonight, before I get off of here, I pray that every evil thing that was spoken or that was put into the atmosphere as it relates to the people on my chat, okay, it is reversed back to them 3 times worse. And you can't win when you dirty. So you can't reverse nothing back to me, because if you reverse anything I send out, that means I'm going to have a triple blessing. Okay, because all my intentions have always been good. But I reverse every demonic curse that has been spoken all over that has been put over my well-doing, well-meaning subscribers that was in here tonight. I pray that God gives them a double blessing and to protect them. But every demonic spirit, every demonic person that has come in here that don't mean good, I send everything back to you. And we're going to see how well you fare. Okay? But I thank y'all tonight. I thank y'all for my birthday wishes. Of course, it's 12:30. It's not my birthday anymore, but I definitely appreciate you guys so much. All of the people that came in here, the new people that just came in here to chill, just to hear what we had to say. I really appreciate that so much. Okay. I'm tired. It's 12:30. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This has been an awesome show. It has been an awesome show, you guys. I'll be back tomorrow night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys.